Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
We don't even have an intro? It just opens up?
Oh, I mean, we have music, a little short thing.
Like,
it's
what's
not
the
like
music go?
tempo.
Beep, 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 boo.
You don't know. We're recording, by the way.
Oh, I know.
You don't know the music.
It's called
You've
friendly
never heard
banter,
Wait,
Johnny.
you've never heard the intro to
I've
your
never
own
heard the
podcast?
intro.
Okay.
I thought it's broken simulation.
Well,
broken
it's something
simulation.
Like that. Yeah. It's like, and then there's a little like guitar riff, like a just heavily distorted. That's it. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
This is it right here. I made this, by the way.
I've
Yeah, you
heard
did
this before.
It's just like some electricity striking a computer, and then it's broken the simulation.
Warning.
Oh, yeah. Just
Broken simulation.
Okay,
Broken
respect.
simulation.
Okay, now I know
With
my own intro.
Sam Tripoli.
But it's quick. It's only like how long is that? That's 11 seconds right there.
Look at that. Bam. So, Johnny, a lot of friendly banter. So did you see YouTube's like, hey, man, put your podcast on YouTube? You're like, we've already fallen for this.
Yeah. Nice
It's
try.
not
YouTube.
happening.
Nice try, YouTube.
Hey, man, put your podcast on here so we can shadow ban it.
They're
Hey,
trying,
dude, here's my podcast. No podcast for you.
They're really what you've always said, that they're going to become desperate for money is happening. Like there are all these new programs. Like I told you about this new thing the other day where like they'll put links to anything that's in, if you opt in. Like say, like last week you had your new era LA Dodgers fitted hat. I put a link into like Macy's or wherever you can buy that hat just to see what it looked like. And they've started that program. They've started a program where you can get advertisers directly through YouTube to advertise on there.
Yeah.
They're getting desperate. And apparently, dude, sometimes people are reporting that sometimes the show has a dozen ads throughout it on YouTube.
They just load it up.
Yeah, without our consent. I mean, we never said that was okay.
And, dude, it's just like, make one rule. That's all I ask. Yeah. Like, I can't stand that, like, oh, don't say the swear word. But then there's this guy that gets 500,000 views asking hot black chicks if he can eat their peach.
Does he say it that way, or does he say the words?
Yeah, he says eat the brown eye.
But does he say the word, or does he say the brown eye?
He says the word.
Okay. But or
I don't know. Go look it up.
Oh, I'll just search hot black guy or black guy ask hot chicks. If
Yeah,
he can...
it's something like his thing is like horse something.
Horse guy.
Yeah, it's basically because he goes around telling everyone he's got a 10-incher, and he's like interviews them, and then he asks, "Can I eat your ass?"
You're joking. Like, what is that? That's not content.
Yeah, but dude, none of it is, Johnny. It's just like YouTube's like,
oh, I found it. Okay.
Yeah, this
the horse GT.
Yeah, horse GT just goes around.
Like, what is this?
And
dude?
there's no player hating going on in this.
Might be a little bit for me.
What?
I might be doing a little.
Why? Because he's more hung than you.
All right,
No, but here's what you learn.
I haven't seen it yet.
Here's what you know. You don't want her to do this one because she's a weirdo. She wants to peg a bunch of people.
Is that a Michael Jordan Barons jersey?
Yeah,
that's a cool jersey, dude.
Hilarious and cool.
That is
so
cool.
he just goes around and asks her if he can eat their.
Basically, let's get straight to the point. How do you guys
Hold
feel
on,
about
stop.
people?
Go back. This is another guy. This is
a different guy.
This is a different guy.
What is this genre?
So now there's a genre of people.
Like cool black dudes go around asking chicks
cool.
perverted
There's
questions.
a genre on YouTube called basically cool blacks asking if you can eat your ass. Here's the one
He
thing.
doesn't even have a mic. He's just talking into his phone. We do all this work to make it sound halfway decent. This guy's talking to his phone, got a million fucking...
Yeah, and these chicks are so hot and so ghetto. It's awesome. But listen, here's the thing, dude. The best thing I've gotten out of this is that guy's got 10 inches, right? And everyone's like, no, it's too much. And they all like around 6.
You always you love finding evidence that what we're packing is normal.
Dude, well, who are you
gonna
believe? These like Asian Jewish doctors who aren't packing anything, talking about what girls like 3 inches. You're like, well, you listen to a guy with 10 getting told it's too much.
I'm writing down that I'm gonna have to censor some words in the intro here. We have a lot.
Are we in it too early? Are we coming in too hot?
This is our new thing, right? I thought this is our new thing. We just get right into it.
We get right into it.
Let's see this. Let's see.
What's your name?
My name is Amor J.
Okay.
Amor J, and she is so hot.
I'm from Connecticut.
By the way,
from
Amor J
Alabama.
looks like
I'm
she's the
from
new
Chicago.
mermaid. Little Mermaid? Doesn't she look
Yeah,
like?
she does actually. Wow, you're right.
Amorje looks like the Little Mermaid.
What kind of name is that? Amorje?
Yeah. So, first question I'm gonna ask you guys: do I look loyal or like toxic?
You look
I see
like.
he's building up to it.
Nah, you look toxic. I'm sorry.
I look toxic.
Yeah, but you got the drip. Most of the toxic people got the drip.
She just stepped up to him.
Yeah.
She likes
You look nice, but it's toxic.
All right, so
By the
rate me on a
way,
scale-
shout out XG who has turned toxic into
brand.
into a thing now.
Yeah, it's brand.
And by the way, he's great at editing that
Fully
stuff,
toxic,
huh?
yeah.
He's great at editing that.
What? I don't even know what you're talking. You're
He does
talking about
these
those things
videos where it's
where
like-
he has like chicks that you can't tell if they're ugly until they pull the camera away. or
Well,
whatever?
it's like a whole bunch of different ones.
yeah.
Like it's always tempting. Basically, the whole part of XG's brand is, "Would you hit it?"
Yeah.
and he would. He would always hit it.
Holmes, I'd hit. I'm
Yeah,
not lying, dog.
yeah, lying. I crushed it, dog. Puto.
Oh.
So we got the Black Little Mermaid here with.
1 to 10, what y'all give me like a 5, a 4, 2, 1, -6,
I'll give you like an 8.
like an 8? Okay.
Maybe like a 6.
6.
Yeah.
What about my cameraman?
Like a 6.
Damn.
A 6.
6.
I like his eyes, so 7. Yeah.
Oh damn,
I like his drip.
they're
He got
perfect
drip.
together because they don't want to.
Same
All
guy.
right, bet. All right, so this question get kind of crazy though.
This is the most
Does
boring
size
video.
matter?
The size, man.
I mean, no, but if it's under 6.
What you think?
Damn.
Oh,
not
see?
really.
It don't matter.
See, I'm telling you.
Wait,
And that goes into my theory,
Wait, but you're
Johnny.
you're right at the cutoff, though. That's not. You
my
don't want to be
theory
right at the
is
cutoff.
smaller chicks.
Bigger.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I'm just telling you, bro.
personality than that.
Okay. So what's like the perfect size? 5 inches, 4 inches, or what?
Like 6.5.
6.5.
We're right in there, Johnny.
What you think?
I don't know.
Johnny, we're right in there. Okay?
right,
And
so
then
the
we
reason I asked you guys
so here's
that
what
is
happens,
I got-
Johnny. We bring our trying it its best 6, right? Trying it, working it hardest, okay, that it can.
Yeah.
We bring and then we tell her our credit score, and then we're good.
Oh yeah, is that
We're
worth?
in.
That's worth at least an inch.
Yeah, that's worth at least an inch. Good credit's worth at least an inch.
There should be. We really should invent a calculator for all of these. This kind of arithmetic where it's like, okay, you got 6, put in your penis
Yeah.
like erect.
Yeah.
Then you put in your bank balance
Yeah.
and your credit
Yeah.
score, and then your degree, like college
Do you
degree.
think that
yes
the
or no.
amount of children you actually support, do you think that's a good sign?
Yeah. No. That's bad.
Bad. So if you have more kids that you support, that's a bad thing?
Well,
or is
yes.
that a sign that you take care of your
Well,
responsibility?
no. Here's how you do it. You have a line for how many kids you have,
Yeah.
and then a line for how many kids you support of those kids that you have.
Okay.
And and that's how you do the math.
All right. It's interesting. It's interesting.
This I feel like I wonder if this is a little
Inches,
too.
I'm slanging. They call me the horse.
They do?
Yeah, I'm slanging.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, you can handle 10.
What?
Can you handle 10 inches?
What? I didn't hear you.
Can you handle 10 inches?
Like, what is? I don't
Prop?
understand what
Prop?
this is.
I feel you.
Yeah. And
so
look,
the reason I
go
stopped
back.
off-
Are you-
How many
are-
views is this?
It's not like a crazy amount. It's like 10,000 in 3 days. So,
Yeah, but dude, go look at his other videos.
but he's got like 28,000 subscribers.
Yeah, but go look at his other
I'm doing it.
videos.
I mean, that's the
it's
right-
go down. Look at these numbers. Some of these numbers go down.
638
Yeah,
views.
I know. Because he's playing
Well,
basketball.
yeah, this is one of him playing basketball. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. Keep going down. Keep going down.
3.7 thousand, 1.8 thousand, 12,000, 6,000,
Look at dude. Some of these have huge numbers. Where are they?
I don't know. You might be the only
These
person
must be
watching
the new
this.
ones.
Are you the only person
Am I
watching
the
this?
only one watching this? Have I just wasted all this time on this thing? He has.
Yeah, you
huge,
were like, this is some kind of massive movement. And
Johnny, go to home. I'm telling
like these
you,
would
bro.
be we'd be
Go to
disappointed
home.
in these
Go
numbers.
to home. Go to home. Go to home. Go to home. Where it says home.
Why don't I
Oh,
just sort by
popular.
popular?
Go to popular. Go to popular.
872,000.
Yeah, they were like half a million.
519,000.
Yeah.
But they could drop off precipitously from there.
Oh, so I wonder if he's starting to get shadow banned as we go.
It could be, yeah. Yeah, it could be actually. Yeah, because it's down to like 50,000 there.
Oh,
40.
that poor guy. Should we get him on to say, hey, did we feel your pain? He must have been at the beginning going, dude, I'm crushing this. And then it just slowly goes down to trickle.
Oh, I mean, it's like asking chicks to say spit or swallow. You know, honestly, this is like the shape that my AOL Instant Messenger conversations took in high school and middle school.
You're just
late middle school.
you're just heat checking bitches.
Yeah, just all the time, dude. I used to,
Just
especially
heat
late at night,
checking
man.
bitches.
Yeah, I had to make myself sign up. For
Johnny,
Instant
should we
Messenger at
open up in a different way than you edit it so this is later on in the show and not as we open up?
night. I mean, I do wonder if that's the right approach. Is just coming right at him with
Yeah, I mean, now it's like down to nothing.
yeah, this.
Oh, this poor guy. He's got to be like, what am I doing wrong?
I mean, there's only so much you can do with this, right? Look, he's asked, is 6 inches enough? That's been the subject of a video like 4 times.
Yeah. I love
Spit
it,
or
though.
swallow again.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is a weird genre of video, though.
Yeah, but like go back to the other guy. Go to eat your ass. Okay? Go to eat your ass.
All right, I'm here with what's your name?
Go to the top. The top.
Hold on.
What do you search?
I had it up though. Let me just go back.
And then the other guy's got like a ton of videos.
I mean, you better hope he does as big a deal as you, man.
Look.
He's got $4.2 million. I mean, million views on
Now
this.
go see
Can
how
I
many
Eat Your Ass Up?
subscribers he has.
This might be the guy right here.
Okay? That's just
751,000. Yeah.
look at that. 3 millions. I need a sugar mama. Okay, he mixes it up. He's
Not using his phone to record audio for one. I mean, that's a good move.
You have jungle fever. His is at least different.
almost doing, like,
he
sketches.
mixes it up.
Doing like improv.
But there's just something about black guys can get white chicks to talk about anything.
a certain kind of way.
Okay, it's telling me that you guys have jungle fever.
Oh my God.
That's not even that funny. I mean,
That was funny, Johnny.
but, I mean, it's funny
Johnny,
at
you're
one
just
time.
angry because they're hot and want
No,
black
no,
guys,
no.
and you can't compete.
That's not. I mean, I don't think that's that funny.
Johnny, do you remember my hit song, my hit joke, Blackface Dick? It was such a crusher.
Blackface Dick. I do remember that.
Blackface Dick. It deserves a lot more love.
We're bringing that up now too. We're not even. Well, we're at 12 minutes. I guess
Okay, so we're we're out of danger zone. All right, Johnny, I love you. That was a great show. Thank you,
gotta go.
guys.
Go.
I gotta go. No, I'm only kidding, dude. This might be our. We had our worst show, but this might be our weirdest show.
It is weird. We're not on our normal night. We're a day later. But we also did one earlier this week. We don't too often do 2 a week. So we might be a little.
I'm not
Light on-
off, dude.
light
I
on-
just
no,
I didn't
light
know.
on content is what I was
Johnny,
like.
here's the thing. You're running this thing. You can't let me bring us right into eating ass videos. Okay, it's your job.
I gotta help you
as
fight your
producer.
urges. I gotta help you.
Okay.
Okay. I'll help you fight your urges
You
to
have
bring
to
up
fight the
ass
urges.
eating. All right.
Well, Johnny, we were
Our neighbor over here, by the way, is gonna have a real
Oh,
problem.
the poor
with it.
guy. The poor guy who
Somebody
sleeps
who
here.
rents a space next to us. Is,
Yeah,
I think we mentioned this one time, but I was walking out of the apartment. I was walking out of the building one time, heading to my car, and I passed the guy and I was like, "Hey man, good night." And he goes, "Yeah, good night, buddy. How about all that ass eating, huh?" I mean, just in the worst way. Like,
Yeah.
he was not happy.
And by the way, this guy ran a con on me and sold me a freaking.
He ran a con on you. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk
Sam
about
bought
that.
a safe that was locked.
Right.
And the guy told him, "Yeah, all you got to do is call the company and they'll unlock it."
Yeah.
And Sam believed him.
Well, you know what, Johnny? I was really in my abundance phase right there. And I'm like, if I give him $50, he'll be happy.
Now, did you just want the safe, or do you think something might be in there?
I wanted the safe.
Okay, you're not like there might be
What
some
is
gold
this?
in there or something.
Storage Wars?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe you're doing like a storage.
Dude,
war
you
or
want to
something.
get into that, dude?
That would be. I love storage. I would love to do that.
You
want
to buy storage?
I would love for that to be my job.
Dana has trauma because she had all this. She had it, and then she missed 1 month, and they sold it on her.
Are you serious? 1 month? Really?
She missed something. It wasn't even like that bad. And they
that's
just
maybe what
sold
she
all of
told
her
you.
shit. Yeah, we know. I got so much to get into, bro.
Okay.
I got so much to get into. Johnny, do you wanna start off some stories? Because I've had a crazy week.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I've had a crazy ass week.
Bring it, dude.
First of all, I'm very excited to announce I rolled 3 times in jiu-jitsu. I did not get tapped. And I positioned.
Wait, what?
Now-
Now, did you tap anyone?
I've got very close, but I am rolling with people on my level. So there's guys in the class that could just like me. Again, grizzly Mexicans, giant grizzly bear Mexicans, okay? Huge Mexican grizzly bears.
Again, are you not worried that they're like planning some kind of army or something, like some kind of Mexican army?
Well,
that's like
if
a
they
secret
are, I'm
jiu-jitsu
with
army.
them. I'm on
You're
their
you're
side.
with them, okay.
Odele, okay? Odele.
They start
Let's
marching to the
go,
Capitol.
bro. Let's go, dude. So we were rolling, and you know, I did well, bro. I did well. Now, a week before, we were doing this thing where if you could get to the side, right? And they said, okay, if you win 3 in a row, you got to get up and get back in line. Guess who won 3 in a row? This guy, okay? Yes, 2 of them were against women.
What
That
do you
does
mean?
not matter.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean get back in line? I don't quite understand.
Okay, so what was happening was there was 4 people. There would be 4 people on the mat. There's a long line of people in the class. Everyone would come in. The whole goal was either you to get off them and on top of them, or for them to hold you in their guard for 3 seconds.
Sounds like football practice or something.
Yeah, but it's great. So the first time I kind of like got away, but I was just like, okay. He's like, oh, that didn't happen. Let's go again.
That didn't happen. What do you mean?
Well, it was just like this weird confusion, and then he got me. He's like, 1, 2, 3, I got you. I'm like, okay, dude, okay, you want that? Okay, I'll give you that. And he was a high school kid, but that doesn't matter, okay? So then I go next, and then we get in line, and I take on this tiny Filipino chick. I beat her. I felt bad I apologize. Then she went up, and then there's this like tall Mexican chick who's pretty cool, and she's pretty hot, but she's cool. And I got that one, and then I took on another dude, and I got that one.
So you're beating up women, is what we've learned.
and children, because this kid's in high school, I think. So yeah, I mean, but Johnny,
Okay.
you only can beat who's in front of you.
You would have for sure gotten on one of those lifeboats off the Titanic.
Oh,
That's all.
100%,
You
bro.
would have choked out whoever.
100%.
That's so funny.
Okay, and then this week,
Get out of the way, Grandma.
so then this week, now we were doing just rolling. Okay, that's where
Yeah.
we just go at it. And
Everybody at once again? Like,
well, now everyone, you just get a partner and
Yeah,
you roll.
okay.
And it's like, and everyone's going at it. And I didn't do that bad. The guy I was rolling with, I rolled with 3 people. Like a guy who looks like he could have been a Marine at one point, you know, an Asian guy, then a tall Mexican dude. And nobody tapped anybody,
do the
but
women
I didn't
pair
get
with
tapped.
each other typically? Like
Sometimes, yeah.
In the big groups like that?
Sometimes, yeah. But then also, it's just, you know, that jiu-jitsu's really good for women. It's
I mean,
really
the women
good.
I know who are in it love it.
Johnny, you know I'm taking 3 disciplines, right? I'm
Wait, what's
working
the third? I know Krav
boxing.
Maga.
I started boxing
You
too.
start. Why? How do you have time for this? You're always saying you don't have time for anything.
I don't
else.
have time, but I'm dedicated to the discipline of bringing pain and suffering. Okay, that's why
Is this
I'm
something to do with you
growing old, maybe.
No, having kids now and
Yes,
feeling like you got
I
to
wanna-
protect them in
yes.
some kind of survival
Yes,
situation?
yes, Johnny. Yes,
You need firearms training
Johnny.
too.
I'm not lying to you.
And
Okay,
you need firearms training too.
today was a crazy day. Right?
What do you mean?
Today was a crazy day. So today I'm at my house, man, and Dana's doing some cleaning because I pay the bills. Okay.
Yeah, that's only right. Yeah.
Right? That's totally right, ladies. The 4 women who listen to this. Okay. Stop burning your bras. Daddy's paying for everything.
I think we might have lost a couple of them a couple weeks ago too. It might just be 3 now. 2
Yeah.
or 3.
To the 3 female listeners, we salute you. We salute you. Show us your tits.
To those who don't have cars.
We salute you. For those that don't have cocks. We saw. That's great, dude. So today I'm getting ready to get my work done for the day because it's supposed to be my day off. But you know what? I'm working my ass off every day. So all of a sudden I hear on the fucking above me, the police helicopter is above my house.
No.
It's above my house. And it is so close I can hear, just get out of the car. You're surrounded. Just get out of the car. And dude, wild eyes. Wild eyes. I just run out of the office. Lock it down. lock it down.
You're talking to the people in the house?
Everybody in the house. Come on, lock it down. I'm yelling to Pollyanna and Roger. In the house, lock it down, lock it down.
Did you see what was going on?
Oh, I go outside and literally the plane is just the police helicopter.
Night or day?
It was day.
Daytime, okay.
Daytime. And it's real close. And I think I got some shady next door neighbors again. You remember
really?
back where I used to live? The 70-year-old crack dealer
Yeah.
who cooked meth? Yeah.
I couldn't, when I first moved to LA, my first apartment, I couldn't move in that day because they had a hostage situation next door. I had so many welcome to
Johnny,
LA moments.
it was happening, bro.
Guy barricaded himself
I just
inside.
go right into the living room, start stretching because it's go time. Because I might have to Liam Neeson some people.
That's funny.
Right?
Did you get some firearms ready?
Because my neighborhood is like LA, right? Where it's like super nice, right next to crackhead shit.
It's such a weird
I have
place that way.
such a nice place. Like there's some nice houses next to some haunted houses.
Like you can be on Citizen, you can see like the hottest 3 chicks you've ever seen in your life come jogging past. Then on Citizen, 400 yards away, man attacked by man with machete. You know, I mean, it's just like this city's
so
crazy.
that they could get like down to the feet, right? It's so crazy.
now?
Isn't that crazy? They can get it down to the feet, like how far away this shit's going.
Oh yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
it is.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean that tells you how much information they have about you from these phones.
Oh yeah, dude, they got everything, bro.
They got you.
I just gave up. I'm just like, you know me. You know what weird shit I'm into.
Yeah.
Leave me alone, okay? I quit porn. Shut up. I'm still going though, Johnny.
How's that going?
I'm still going. So, anyways,
you're still on your streak?
yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Now, hand to God, San Diego. I was in San Diego. I had a moment where I'm like, no one would know. Daddy can just go to Pound Town and no one would know. And I go, you know who's going to know? This guy and that guy. The Lord, okay? You know?
Wait, is that a worry for you during the day that somebody might, walk in on you or something? What's
No,
that? What
it's
do you mean
just
no
like-
one would know.
Because, like, you hear about it all the time in the recovery rooms where they're just like, oh, yeah, I'm sober. And then a week later, it's like, I've been lying. Oh, my God, I was drinking. It's like, I know, and the big guy will know, okay?
Man upstairs, yeah.
The man upstairs. By the way, Johnny, I think Jesus lived for like 1,000 years and our timelines are off, but that's a different conversation.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I think Jesus, like, ran shit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Jesus was like, we're just walking around hanging out with this hooker. Nope, I think he was running stuff.
Are you familiar with this show that got like crowdfunded? That's a really high quality show about the life of Jesus. That's kind of out there on the internet. It's been made.
No.
Yeah, dude. There's this. It's popular with people like from where I'm from.
What's that called?
The South. You know, the
Cousin
conservative South. The Chosen.
Humpin'?
It's called The Chosen. It has 3 seasons. And it's like a legit Hollywood production. Like
cool.
It got crowdfunded,
Cool.
millions of dollars, and it's one of other than the Mel Gibson films and a few other exceptions, but it's the truest sort of biblical accounts of the life
I'm
of
about
Jesus.
to start rocking the Bible.
What do you mean? Like you're gonna wear a giant one around like
Just
Flavor
start
Flav
reading
around
it
your
with
neck?
this guy. Just to get into it.
I'll recommend a book for you if you wanted to. My professor in college did it. I'll send it to you later. Translation. It's like it's got translation with all the translations in it, so you can see what every where they disagree. It's got like in the notes, like there's 3 different translations.
Damn,
disagree
dude.
about the
How
meaning
thick
of
is
it.
that book? This thick?
No, it's not too crazy. It's about like it's about
But
like a
it
big
does the whole
dictionary.
Bible?
Yeah, the whole Bible. Yeah, it's like a big dictionary. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a lot of. It's one of my favorites.
I'm interested,
my
Johnny.
professor in college, Bart
So
Ehrman, worked on it.
stretching. I'm doing a lot of stretching. I'm gonna get into Roger in a second, okay?
Okay.
So I'm stretching in the living room, waiting for someone to
So sick.
burst through my door, right? Trying to run from the cops because
Yeah.
that happens all the time. Border, take a hostage situation. Right. I'm like, I'm thinking about putting on my sign. A Krav Maga yellow belt and lives here. Just so you know.
That's funny.
Just so you know. All right. So that happened earlier, man. And I mean, dude's like, get out. And he goes, the cop's like, we're about to release the dogs.
Oh, shit. Don't let him do it, dude.
So then later today, because I had a little time off
Yeah.
before I had to work. So I went and got a little jamba, a little jambit.
A lot of sugar in that.
I know. I'm trying to get back to fasting. It's really hard for me. Because I don't do drugs and drink anymore, and I don't watch porn.
But even you can't. I mean, those 16-hour fasts, you were ripping those off like nothing.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like
What
I like to snack.
It's hard, isn't it?
And then Dana just keeps getting candy. Okay, I'm going to tell you this hilarious
It's the
story.
worst having a partner that's
caramel.
not trying to
I
be-
just can't stop eating caramel. I've had like 5 today.
It's the worst.
I
having a
probably have
partner that's not on
diabetes.
The same diet. It's like it's
I
hard.
probably have diabetes. I might just get diabetes so I can have all those cool foot that they do operations where they pimple popper comes and just shaves
Did
off
you see
meat.
the other day that you added one of those?
I
those
don't
gross
even know
toenail
what I
videos
did.
to our YouTube.
Yeah, I don't even know how I did it.
our homepage, dude. Do you find that your motivation comes in waves, like to do stuff like that? I'll find that it's super easy sometimes for me to like fast and diet and stuff.
Yeah.
and then other times it's really hard.
And you're
I
like
don't know
struggling.
why.
You're like, why am I such a fat pig?
But sometimes I feel like, damn, dude, you're motivated. You're a badass.
I'm
You
like,
got
dude,
this.
I am Jedi. I am mentally fortified.
And then other times it's like if my girlfriend brings something bad home, I'm just like I'm diving into it, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I just like to eat like shit.
Me too, man. Dude, I got sick the other night. I told you I can't eat after midnight, especially like
After midnight,
stuff, and
Johnny's gonna throw it all up
my
after
girlfriend
midnight.
had a birthday cake, and I got home late, hadn't eaten, had a little birthday cake slice. Sick all the next morning. Don't get it.
Well,
think it's
listen,
something to do with my
so today I go get a little jamba.
Wait, what's the resolution of this crazy story with the SWAT? And
dude? I just the guy knew better to come into my house because I never heard
you
anything
don't
again.
know what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing like fire drills and shit? Is that like are you prepared?
I was like, do I get the gun and just go, get my fucking shotgun?
They say that's the best home security. Is just that sound of the pump.
Hey, dog,
pump action
not
shotgun.
today, son. Not in the Tripoli household. Okay? We got no problems with you, son. Your war's not with this house. Move along. Move along. Bam.
Get off my
and then
yard.
just have Dana play banjos in the back. To the ling ding ding ding
Come
ding.
here,
ding.
boy. Come here, boy.
Come
Bend
here,
over.
boy.
Bend over. I'm gonna teach you a thing.
Bend
or two.
over. Let me give you some of that magic. So I'm at Jamba, and dude, there's like this. I'm gonna guess he's Israeli. I'm pretty sure he's Israeli. I can just read people. He's either Israeli or Armenian. I can't tell, but I'm gonna lean towards Israeli. This guy is taking forever to make his order. He's got 3 kids. They're all eating their slurping on their Slurpees. Okay.
From Jamba Juice? Or
Yeah,
another
they're slurping on their Jambas. And he's just sitting there.
How'd
and
they get their stuff before he did?
I don't know, because he just keeps having them look at his phone. I'm like, is he using the app? Is that the problem? And Johnny, I know I'm impatient, but dude, this is taking. It's taking
I have
forever.
zero tolerance for people who don't have respect for people behind them in line.
So-
like, dude, by the time I'm front of the line, I know everything that I'm going to order, and I
Wrap
be
it
as
up.
quick as possible.
Time to go. Okay.
The line, when you're in line, that's the time to figure out what you want, and not when you get to the front of the line and be like, oh, can I try
So
this?
working there, I
Figure
could
it
tell
out.
it was a brand new kid, Mexican. There's a white chick, and then there's a trans that's barely trying. Okay. She just has a lipstick on, nothing else.
Well, they sometimes are starting to call themselves, those people, non-binary. I've noticed. Is it you?
Was that I know binary, non-binary. So what? I just put lipstick on.
That's
I'm
just like
non-binary.
it's a coin flip, man. It's a jump ball.
No, this person was definitely leaning towards the female side.
Okay.
Male with the leaning towards the female, and I'm not judging. Do whatever you want.
Well, I mean, you are judging that they're not trying, is what you're
Well,
saying.
I'm judging that. You're in or out.
Maybe
you're
they,
out.
maybe they like it in and out. You know.
Oh, that's a good point, Johnny. They go both ways. Top and bottom. They call that the switch, Johnny.
Yeah, like switch.
Johnny, you into the switch or what?
No.
Johnny's
the top.
switchy, twitchy Johnny. That's who he is. So
Johnny's
it's
on
taking forever, dude. And the kid at the cash register is brand new. I could already tell. He's like hasn't been there forever. He's asking a million questions.
He's asking questions.
He's asking questions of the trans who seems to have authority in the place. Okay. Asking questions. The other girl is looking, she's just looking busy. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, that's
I don't see she's not really doing anything, but she's just moving a lot.
most offices,
which
yeah.
gives the illusion
That's
that
most
she's
offices
working on
I've been in.
something.
Like a third of the people aren't doing shit, but pretending to be doing shit. A third of the people actually know what they're doing, and then a third of the people have no clue, but they're trying.
Right? So I'm just watching this because I remember working in restaurants that were slow, and the manager's like, just look busy. I go, what does that mean?
Yeah, that's that old Bill Hicks joke. He goes, his boss comes to him and says, Hicks, what are you doing?
I go, there's nothing to do. He go, well, you pretend like you're working, son. And I go, why don't you pretend I'm working? You get paid more than me, you fantasize.
So funny.
So I, it's, and I always used to go, hey man, if there's nobody here and somebody comes in and we're all acting like we're in the weeds, wouldn't you be really scared of going to a restaurant where everyone looks like they're overwhelmed and nobody's there?
Yeah, that would be funny.
Right? You're like, what's wrong with these people? Is this a short bus restaurant or what's going on?
Running
here?
the same empty plate back and forth to the kitchen. Yeah.
So the guy running the cash register isn't doing that. Isn't the brightest bulb? The crew is the brightest bulb, and the guy at the cash register is taking forever to the point his own kids, who had to be about 5 or 6 years old, one walks up going, "Why are you taking so long?"
Are you serious?
That's serious. He goes, "What's going on? Why are you taking so long, Dad?" And I go, "Yeah."
I'm thinking about the Israeli-Palestine conflict.
So, anyways, I see he pays. I'm like, okay, he paid. He stands right there. He doesn't even move. And I'm just sitting there going, is this really happening? Yeah, Johnny, I did the same thing looking at time.
I hate this guy. No, I'm not. It's how we do. He just sent us a text and it popped up on my wrist.
I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? What is going on? Okay. To the point, at the same time, I lean this way and the guy behind the cash register leans around and I go, oh, hey.
Has this guy never, maybe he's just literally come from like a tribe in Israel in the desert or something. He's been on, what do they call it? A kibbutz or whatever.
I don't know. But I'm reading it and I look over going, is he messing with the Jamba app? Like he doesn't know. He looks up, he's texting people.
Oh, God. Disrespectful.
In front of the cashier.
No respect for fellow
What are
man.
we doing here? What are we doing here?
Eat a dick.
Then every time he turns around, he looks at me, he gives me a stare.
Like a mean mug?
Yeah. He's mean mugging me in front of his
Did
kids.
he say anything?
Didn't say a word. But I'm like, today's the day. Today's the day we find out if Krav Maga works or
You
not.
said that a few times. You haven't been tested yet, though.
Yeah, I have not. I have not.
I wouldn't want to go up against an Israeli.
Yeah, I mean, because they all know Krav Maga.
You know if it works, at least. If it works on an Israeli.
Yeah.
Although that's not really the best test of Krav Maga, is it? Against other Krav Maga.
That's the whole thing. Like most likely you're gonna fight somebody who doesn't know how to fight
at all.
Most people who really know how to fight aren't gonna fight in public unless they absolutely have to, or they're a total D-bag.
Yeah.
So that's that story. It didn't happen. They got their stuff. They left. I get my drink. I always get the super antioxidant. I don't know why. I just like it. It's purple. I get it. That's why. I like the color purple.
Yeah, of course.
I put a little immune booster in there, and they always like, sir, it already has. I'm like, give me more. Load
Totally
it up.
natural color, purple.
Yeah. What?
I'm just thinking, like, what is
What's
in
that
it? What is
mean?
in it that makes it purple?
I don't know, bro. There's some, I don't know, blueberries in there with some strawberries. Blueberries.
Yeah. Just so much sugar in those things. Can't be good
I
for
know, dude. It's not good. I get it. I got diabetes.
It's like
probably.
fake health food is what it is to me.
I know it is, but it feels good. And it makes
green drink is apparently pretty good. But
green the green drink?
Well, no, I mean just
they
in
used
general,
to have
like
green
veggies.
grass. I need
Wheatgrass?
to get wheatgrass. And I used to have one where you could get it frozen and then you thaw it and then you drink it at home. I'm going to get another one of those, bro. Thank you.
Okay.
So, yeah, as you know, I have Roger. Roger I got through the mother of my children.
Sounds like an STD. As you know, I have Roger. I got Roger from the mother of my children.
Well, in a weird way,
Roger can be
our
treated by
children
medication.
STDs, if you think about it, in a weird way.
Well,
in a weird way, right? So, anyways, we had kids, okay? So we had these two kids, and we love our children. And so very, very soon into having these kids, the mother wanted to get a pug. And I was like, we already have puppies. They're called children. We don't need more. No, I want it. So we get it, you know. And after about a month, she does not like this dog.
Pugs are difficult.
Dude, pugs are young person. I mean young person's dog. Roger's now 3 years old. It's the perfect age for a pug. Anything earlier than that is crystal meth. Okay, it's just nonstop.
But also, that's an animal that just isn't meant to exist. Its face is all mushed up from years of breeding for that kind of big-eyed look.
Good. It's
and
not
they
good.
Can't breathe, dude.
It's not good.
They vomit all the time because their stomachs are so tiny, and the breathing. It's like
it's not good. So, anyways, the other day, Roger can pee for like an hour. He'll just lift his legs. And sometimes he gets so caught into his peeing, he'll be like a fountain and he'll get on two legs all the way up and pee like this, like revolving piss machine, like a some kind of water fountain thing, right?
I'm mad at him.
Right? So
it happens, yeah.
So Dana notices that, like, and Martha's like, I'm just going to sell the dog. I'm like, no, we don't sell dogs here. We're going to. I don't leave anybody behind, ever. It blows up in my face constantly, by the way, but I don't leave anybody behind. Once you're in, you stay with me. That's how it goes. So I take Roger and I go, hey, Dana, this is our new dog. Okay, so
oh no,
yeah.
When did that become official?
What, the dog?
Yeah, like fully in your possession. Has that been a while now? Like
months? From like almost the get go.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Funny.
So the point is that my whole theory is if you buy a dog, you got to get a dog from the kennel. You got to save one.
Absolutely, yeah.
The problem.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying if you want one, you should get it from the kennel, or if you get one, you should get another one?
Yeah, you should get another one. Oh, you should always get from the kennel. Always.
Okay.
Save a dog.
Yeah. But if you have to get one from a breeder, you should get one from a kennel.
Yeah, you should get two dogs. That's how I believe.
Okay.
We save one, Pollyanna.
It's like
Did I ever tell you the story, Pollyanna?
Like
how we got Pollyanna?
Credits,
did I tell this story?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
This is like the carbon credits version of adopting dogs.
100%. 100%. So
nice job, Al.
So we get Roger over to the other house, and Dana can't stand him at first, and now she's in love with him, right? So, and it's hard not to love Roger, but if you don't snip a male dog early, he'll make everything his territory, and he'll pee on everything.
Pee on everything, get aggressive.
And I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on that, but anyways, so recently last week, Roger was like peeing like a girl. Like he wouldn't lift his legs up. He would do the kind of back legs, like Bambi legs, and he would pee down, and he wouldn't even pee. And we know Roger pees like a fire hydrant. We're like, what is going on?
Might be blocked.
So I'm like, I sense something. I'm gonna bring him to the doctor. I'm slammed, but I gotta bring him to the doctor.
What's this? You did this earlier when you said you're a Jedi. What is this?
This is my me mentally moving forward. What I'm doing. This is mentally moving forward.
You're listening at home. He's putting his hand up to the
I'm
middle.
doing Sharknado.
It's like some bizarre salute from
doing some
alternate
weird
Nazis
salute.
or something. Yeah.
It's like the Jedi salute.
Yeah,
okay,
it's what the middle, the below the earth Nazis, how they salute each other.
It's what the ant people
The
did.
hollow earth
okay?
Nazis. Yeah.
Hollow earth Nazis. Okay. It's also good to block when people go for the eye gouge.
Oh, dude, I saw the Three Stooges. I'm there with you.
Well, that's a big problem. Here's the problem. Where do you watch the Three Stooges now?
Where? YouTube, I guess. Yeah, I mean that's. I know where they are.
Why doesn't Netflix have the Three Stooges? Why don't anybody have all these old classics that were so good?
So underrated in hindsight. Like today, anyway. It used to be. I mean, everybody loved the Three Stooges, but yeah, so underrated.
So I take them to Dana looks up vets because I can't do any of that stuff. I am so not detail oriented.
My girl,
like Dana is like Dana gets everything done and just points me in the direction, and I hope and pray. So,
like, I'd rather deal with so much shit than just take one phone call about some shit like that.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. So I bring Roger there, and by the way, like, if you love like middle-aged like MILFs / cat ladies / dog ladies. Go hang out in a veterinarian's office, dude, because it is nothing but thick cougar ass, okay? There's nothing but thick cougar ass everywhere.
It might be an excellent dating tip, actually. You could pick up women who just had to put their dog down.
Yeah, just bring your dog and sling, bro. There's so much cougar ass there. So, anyways, I bring Roger. They do a couple of they do some x-rays on him. He's got like a fucking bladder stone this big. It's huge.
A surgery, right?
It's huge. So they're like, okay, we're gonna give you an estimate. Comes out 6 G's.
Oh,
6 G's.
Bye, Roger. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, how much do I love this dog?
We loved you, bud.
We're like, oh, man, I can't, $6 grand's a lot.
It's
Can we
surgery,
do
right?
anything?
That's
She's like, well, we could do something where we just push the stone back. How much is that? $1,300. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, do that for right now till I figure out what I want to do. We get him back home. Of course, Roger immediately jumps up on the bed, and then within 2 seconds, like,
Wait, what was that?
he's like, he can't pee again.
Oh, okay.
They're like, okay, bring him back. We'll do it again. $1,300 again.
Oh, dude, you're a sucker.
Sucker. So now I'm like, what am I going to do, man? So Dana goes in there, and like we do something with Dana. I've talked about this before. Whenever I'm in negotiations, we do something called send in the Jew.
Yeah.
Okay. And she just wrecks shop and rips sticks. Right. And so sometimes that works really well. Sometimes that doesn't. And you know where it's at? At a LA veterinarian's office. They don't like getting yelled at. So
That's not show business, dude.
oh, they don't like getting yelled at.
Bills are bills.
Dana's trying to rip dicks. They're like, They're like, okay, why don't you go to these other places, right? And we're like, yeah, Dana calls place. Oh, we'll do it for $2,000. You're like, yeah, we got somebody. So Dana goes there, and it's like, dude, it's like you're in the movie Hostel, right? You're going into these like god awful veterinarian places.
Yeah.
So they like, hey, guess how much it's gonna cost to do this? $2,500. But guess how long you gotta keep the dog there? 3 days. Guess how much it costs each day? $700.
You gotta be $700 a day for boarding. That's crazy.
Yeah. So then you go, okay, I don't want you. You find something, and it just keeps getting worse
until you're on the east side, right? And
until
then
it's just like, hey, dude, we'll put him down for you. You should put him down. It's fucking $100, dog.
that's the accent too. You're so
It's
right,
fucking $100, man.
bro. Welcome to my
So
little
what
clinic.
they always do.
We'll do what we can for you.
Yeah.
We can't promise. We don't have a lot of tools here, but we'll try.
All of a sudden, you're like, what is going on in there, Roger?
I did get my degree online.
Yeah, I did. Like those nurses that graduate.
It's good online though. It's a good online school, dog.
Did you hear about the
Dog, not you, dog. You, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Not you, dog. Not dog, but you, dog. My dog. You know.
Bro, put away the weed, man. Come on, we got somebody.
Hey, man.
Somebody's here.
That's
somebody
not
we have a
that's not
customer.
marijuana. That's patchouli, I think, dog.
Yeah, we have a customer, man.
Yeah, he's got bad smoking problem, man. We don't bring that stuff around here. This is establishment.
Esteban, would you like dinner? No, Mom, I got a customer downstairs. What is your problem? This could be a lot of money for me.
I would trust a guy named Esteban.
Really? Do you remember that guy Esteban that used to do those late night commercials for guitar, like guitar playing? He would come on and be like, Esteban will sell you this guitar. Do you remember that? Do you have any memory of that?
Look that up.
Dude, they're
Look
so
that
funny.
up.
They used to, and they made me want to buy his shitty fucking guitar so bad. And then I look up reviews for it, and they're like, dude, the Esteban guitar is the biggest piece of shit on the planet. Let me see if I can find it. It used to
The
run
Esteban
all the
guitar?
time.
Or
Yeah, he would sell guitars in these like
that he
late
made.
night.
He
Yeah,
made
yeah,
them?
that he makes in these late night. Here it is, right here.
Oh yeah, this guy.
We're getting ready to do right now is we're going to talk about from Esteban our children's guitar. Now this is something you have been asking for. We have.
It's a rosewood fingerboard, and you go up and you have beautiful, high-quality machine heads, and this guitar sounds
2 payments
awesome.
of $34.98.
Isn't it cute?
Look at him, dude. He looks like a badass. What you realize though is Esteban is a genius guitar player. You can't play
Listen to
guitar,
this.
and your fingers will cry out in pain if you try to learn it on one of his guitars.
And the other great thing about this guitar is the beauty of it. Look at the rosette. This is actual inlay. Look at this rosette,
Isn't that
everybody.
beautiful?
I
That's
remember.
all
Isn't
inlaid.
that
And then
beautiful?
my favorite.
You know? Do you remember that guy? I don't even know who he is. Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know,
like,
but
his-
I bet you Esteban's gone medieval with some ladies.
Oh,
Esteban
for
with
sure.
cocaine and some
We bought it for a
ladies.
friend of ours.
Oh, dude,
So
every
now I
nail
get-
is a coke nail for Esteban. Did you look at his fingers?
My
I mean,
friend,
he's got
and we
very
get
long
together.
for picking.
Nail
Yeah.
is a coke nail?
Dude,
And stuff, and
did
we
you see
learned
his
so
fingers?
much from
Oh,
you, and I
snap.
just thank you very much.
How's the rising sun?
By the way, just so you know, Esteban would totally look like that guy, the other guy, if he didn't dress like Zorro.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Let's see who Esteban even is. I bet people in Mexico are like, you don't know fucking Esteban, man? Are you kidding me? Esteban, dog. Esteban, well, is this? I know that, but let me see. Guitar.
Oh, he's Greek.
Guitar. Stage name of guitar, Stephen Paul. This guy's name is Stephen Paul. Give me a fucking break.
That's not a bad name, Johnny.
No, but I mean, he's picked Esteban as his stage name. It should be like Jerry or something.
No, but Stephen Paul could be your stage name too.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying Stephen Paul's
Oh,
a
you
bad
know why
name.
he
I'm
didn't go
saying
with
he
it?
picked
Do you
a
know
Latin
why he
name.
didn't go with Stephen Paul for his guitars? Because there's
Steven Tyler, probably.
no, isn't there like
Steve Paul.
a
We
Paul,
got Ron Paul,
a
Rand
Paul? What kind of guitars are there? There's Les Paul.
Oh, Les Paul. Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, probably. Esteban is the stage name of Stephen Paul. He's from Pittsburgh.
Oh, come on.
And has lived in Tempe since 1976. He gained commercial success by selling his instructional DVDs and guitars on QVC and HSN.
Good for him.
All right.
Okay, so anyways, we're going to a place where you bring in and you hear Esteban cranking out a guitar, right? Yeah. And it's just like it looks like there's gonna be a Mexican standoff
I will
somewhere.
throw in a free guitar with the surgery.
Yeah. So Dana waits. So the whole thing that these veterinarian people do is they get your dog in there. That's the key.
Oh, they have you by your dog by the balls.
yeah,
if you have balls.
Get them in, and now you're like, oh man,
You're
not
helpless,
good,
yeah.
not
'Cause-
good.
And it's also a massive inconvenience to take them out of there,
Yeah,
go somewhere else, shop around.
Yeah. So Dana is just running around, just going to
Making sure you're not getting
darker
screwed,
and
basically.
darker and darker and shadier veterinarian places, right?
You end up in Koreatown.
Yeah,
where
now
like,
we're in some
hey,
guy's garage.
We'll
you
pay
know.
you for the dog when you
Yeah,
get to
exactly.
Koreatown.
Yeah, can we run experiments on you? Dr. Fauci wants to run experiments on Roger, right? So at some point, Dana's like, we gotta go back to the original place. So we called the original place, and they're like, nope. We don't have openings for 2 weeks. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we don't have openings for 2 weeks.
This is so funny.
I'm like, oh no, Dana, I think you did a Dana classic and pissed them off.
A Dana Classic? Is
Yeah,
that what we
where
call it?
Dana
Okay.
just starts ripping dicks, right? Again,
Yeah.
her strength can be her weakness.
Yeah, she's like a torpedo, and if that's aimed in the wrong direction or towards you, it's trouble.
If you had to pick a superhero that fits Dana,
Homelander.
no, it's Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like
That makes
she
sense,
just
yeah.
puts her head down and rams through whatever.
Yeah.
And you know what? It works. It's great. She's got me great deals. And she's like, when I just want to be okay, I'll take this. She's like, no. And she'll rip dicks and then I'll get a decent deal. So she's good in that sense. Not in a veterinarian's office. I go, Dana, I guarantee you they're pissed at you. I guarantee it.
Of course they are.
I go, let me go talk to them. Just call them. No, I'm going to go
I
down.
love, by the way, that you're the head, the reasonable mind here, like the level head in this
This
situation.
is when AA recovery comes in. I'm
really?
going to go talk to them.
Okay.
Okay. So we go down, right? Because you got to understand something, like not to get too much into the weeds or personal stuff, but Dana's mom needs to be put in a home. That's super expensive. Everyone's working out how it's going to get paid. So we got
so
that
expensive.
coming down. Then we have Roger and this thing. So I go down there and I tell them the truth. It's like, listen, man, we're sorry. I go, Dana is a juggernaut. Sometimes her strength can be her weakness, and she can be abrasive, and I'm sorry for that. And I just explained to him that what we're going through. Sure as shit. End of the day, we get a call. Bring him in tomorrow. We'll take care of him. So Johnny, so we come in, dude. I'm dropping $6,000. They got coffee.
After you already paid the 2 payments, so what was it, $1,300?
So this is going to cost me $8,600.
Oh my god!
How much do you love your dog? How much?
That's rough, dude. Dude, this is, by the way, this is shit that, like, if it was back on the farm, this dog is dead.
Gone.
Dude. I mean, dead.
The Woodard's putting him down.
Well, no, they don't even take him to the vet until he's dead. I mean, that's just how it goes, basically, on the farm.
So if your dog had a problem with peeing, the dog was fucked.
Like, dude, okay, I had a Mastiff, an English Mastiff that I loved called
God.
Benson. And it started getting a little in its tooth, like a little, almost like a mole growing out of its tooth. And I was like, oh, I was young. I was like, guys, that looks like cancer. And my dad was like, oh, no, you just got an infected tooth. And
Go get it fixed.
It got a little worse. And my dad was like, oh, I'll just pull it out. And he pulled the dog's tooth out. And it just got bigger and bigger. And I was like, guys, I'm pretty sure this is cancer. They could have frozen it. Like, if they'd gone when I said to go, a kid, they could have frozen it.
Johnny.
He ended up dying because he couldn't breathe from this giant, just massive thing that just obstructed his airways.
Were there any serial killers in your area? Because it sounds like your father had no problems with killing
it's not
animals.
my dad. It's my mom, dude. My mom was a vet.
Your mom was like that?
She's a vet. My uncle calls her Dr. Kevorkian of animals. She was a veterinary technician, and she's just...
And she couldn't just bring them in to get looked at?
Yeah, I mean...
God damn, Johnny!
Dude, I mean, it's not the... There are many stories like that.
There are
many. Like, they've run over dogs, like, that I've told them they were going to run over. I got a bloodhound that I love dearly. Jeep is his name. And I told them that our bulldog was gonna fuck him up. I could tell. They had bad energy. And they were like, no, they're fine. They're fine. And then that bulldog ended up destroying the bloodhound's face, just like chewing it all up. And they were going to put him down, but they were like, we can try this reconstructive surgery on his snout and stuff. And they felt so bad because I told them that they paid like a lot of money to get it reconstructed. And he ended up living like a full life after that.
Oh, Johnny.
But dude, I mean, like, they don't give a shit, and they don't listen to anybody.
Yeah,
very much a farm. Like, we don't go to doctors. We don't trust doctors.
My grandpa used to make his dog live outdoors. They used to make dogs live outdoors.
Oh, I mean, all of our dogs live outdoors. All of our animals live outside.
My dogs sleep in my bed. Okay.
Well, now we have the first one was this corgi that my dad had. That the reason he let it live indoors is because he felt so guilty for running over the last one.
Okay.
He's run over multiple dogs. That he let it sleep inside, and he became really close to it.
Dude, your family is a house of horrors, bro.
Oh, dude,
so anyways,
it's crazy, man. The farm is tough, man.
You have trauma. Callous. You should go to therapy.
It makes
deal
you callous. I've been there.
Okay, I've been there. I've seen some shit. So anyways, I go there. It's a very nice veterinarian place. You know, I'm very thankful they take my dog.
Yeah, I just hope they also take credit.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I was gonna get this. So, Johnny, I'm such an idiot. Dana's like, get this credit card. You pay off the $6,000 within 6 months. There's no interest.
No interest. Yeah.
But I go, I don't get any of that cash back, bro. I need that
Why
cash.
Not? Why don't you get cash back for it?
Because
it's a different card.
It's a different card. I need that cash back. I'm probably gonna get less cash back than what the interest is. So I'm probably losing money anyways.
Yeah.
But I need that cash back, bro.
That's how they get
I'm addicted. So anyway, 6 G's, right, to get this stuff. And to be honest with you, I couldn't believe this because I do believe these people are nice people, but they are a cartel. Dude, there's a veterinary cartel going on in LA.
Oh, I'm sure they fix prices.
They're very nice. I couldn't believe it. I went there. It was $500 less than they told me. I couldn't believe that.
Oh, really? Okay.
I go, thank you.
Did you have to board him there too? And then it costs like a lot.
One night, but I don't know if it costs any more, but it was like there one night. So I'm like $6,000. Johnny, I literally go out, I pour 2 cups of coffee, I steal all their Starburst, and I'm like, I'm fucking 6 G's? I should take this fucking whole thing of Starburst.
I'm taking your Keurig, bitch.
Yeah, I'm taking all of it. $6,000.
So how old is Roger? Not old, right?
3.
Already got a giant stone like that.
Johnny.
He's going to have another one probably.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to start GoFundMe. No. Yeah,
Is there something you can do? They give you like recommendations?
Well, they're going to have, they're going to do tests on the stones.
See what they're made of. Yeah, they did that with my girl's cat.
They'll tell us if it's his diet.
Got it. Because that's what they've changed my girl's
6G, dude. 6G. 6G.
Damn, that sucks, dude. Yeah, he's lucky he's not on the farm in the south because he would be a dead little doggy.
So that's that, Johnny. So
poor guy.
Yeah, crazy. So Roger's doing better today. He's doing better. So I love him, but man, he's lucky he's cute, or else that dog would be done.
No, dude, that's why they look like that. It's because people take care of them when they look
I
like
forget
that.
who was telling me they had who was telling me they had an old dog?
Dude, nothing it touches my heart like an elderly dog, like that has trouble getting around and stuff. Oh, it breaks my
My
heart.
buddy was like him and his wife wanted to take in an old dog.
That's the best thing you can do.
And then he was like, if this was my dog, that dog would be dead. He wouldn't have gotten fixed. I'm like that, but it's like it's literally a family member.
Wait, you're talking about Roger? Is that what you're saying?
No, yeah, he was saying
the
if
elderly.
his elderly dog had that, he would never have paid for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have this weird thing with money, and
Difficult, dude. Yeah.
I think money's meant to be spent. That's what I think. I think you're meant to
It's a
take care
means
of people.
to an end for sure.
And when
It's
you
not meant to be
spend it on
hoarded, yeah.
somebody else, not like to get ass or anything like that, but when you spend it on someone in a loving way, I think the universe rewards you.
Yeah, it comes back to you.
That's why I honestly
Maybe not
believe.
in money, but
Yeah,
in
and
other ways.
opportunities or other things like that. So
I believe that.
I was very blessed to gig with Brian Callen recently, and I love Brian Callen so much.
How'd it go?
Oh, he's the best. And Brian Callen loves his father. Like, it's a big part of his act, how much he loves his dad and how he looks at his father. And I met
His globalist father? Yeah.
okay, be nice. We love him.
You're the one that brings it up all the time.
We love him. We love him. We love him. He always wants me to debate his dad, and it's like, first of all, I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough of the terms to push back. And two, it's like, I don't want to fight with people's dads. Even if I didn't like you, I would never want to engage in your with your parents.
You used to be more willing to do that, though, right? That kind
Now, I never would argue with people's parents.
But to argue in general.
Oh,
like,
yeah, for sure. And now I'm trying. It's very hard for me.
Like that shit
because-
with Cater would have never happened today. I feel like with you and him. Like
I mean, if he touched me, yeah,
no,
it
but
would
I feel
totally
like it would have
happen.
never because it got really heated before he touched you.
Well, it's crazy if you kind of look where we are today versus what people are getting mad. Because I was talking.
I
to
have a
somebody-
recording of that, but I desperately want us to release it sometime.
Maybe
of
we'll
you
do
and
it on the
Cater,
show.
Like,
Maybe we'll do it on the
yelling at
show.
each other. It's so funny.
So I feel, Johnny, and this is a lot in my head too. I feel like there's a lot of people that were mad at me because they thought I was wrong. And now I feel like there's people that are, those same people are mad at me because they're starting to realize I was right.
Almost like resentful.
Yeah, like I can't win with them. And so I interviewed, we just did an emergency episode Friday with
Couple emergency episodes, yeah.
yeah, one of them got played on No Agenda.
Adam Curry's, yeah.
Did you hear
podcast.
it?
No, I haven't heard it yet. No.
He plays mostly the GaS, which is still cool, but he goes, okay, this next clip, it's from this podcast called Tinfoil Hat with who's the guy? Who's the guy? He goes, Sam Tripoli. And it's a pretty good podcast, he goes, which I took as that's great.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that's huge,
because
yeah.
you listen to No Agenda. Do you ever listen
No,
to it?
I've never heard it.
Dude, they go deep. When I go where the training
What's
wheel,
it about? What's the show about?
it's like it's us, but they're really on point.
He's like the Podfather, right? He's like old school.
yeah, he's the original Podfather.
Yeah.
Right, you know, we called Red Band
Red
that
Band,
because of Death Squad.
Yeah.
But he's the original Podfather.
Red Band is for comedy.
But he goes really hard. Like,
Is it a comedy show?
No,
It's
it's
just serious.
it's a data show. It's like talking data. They break it down real good.
But like conspiracy or
yeah, but
podcast? I
I
politics.
consider it the news. Most would consider it
Do
conspiracy.
you listen to it regularly?
I'm going to
I'll check
because
it out.
it fits right into what I love. Like I was loving. I couldn't believe it.
I love to be informed. I love learning things.
Oh,
So
dude,
if
this
it's
is
that, I'll
like
check it
if I
out.
could get Dana to listen to this, I'd be the happiest human being on the planet. Because this is my news.
That's funny. Yeah.
It's a really good podcast.
God knows we need it.
So anyways, the reason I bring that up is because that was on the emergency podcast that we did, and I just did another
With
emergency
the
ep-
guy who was talking
with
about the
Jordan
Armenian,
Henry, who
the Armenian
crushed
thing.
it, bro. He's not. I don't think he's Armenian. He just lives in Glendale.
But it's about the
Armos versus the
yeah,
Transactive
the protest.
So I heard that there was another protest, and Antifa was going to bust people in, but the cops stopped it.
Bust them in from where? Like just other
Wherever
cities
they
and stuff?
bust them in from.
And start shit.
Yeah.
Huh. Good for the cops, I guess. I mean, obviously.
But I think more and more Armos are going to show up, and these Antifa people don't realize.
Well, they don't understand, dude. All they got to do is empty the Glendale Mall on any given
You're
Sunday,
fucked.
and it's over.
You're
dude.
just going to get a bunch of Dracula-looking motherfuckers coming and swinging, dude, doing sambo and jiu-jitsu on you.
I had never been to that mall, and then me and my girl went for some. We were near Glendale or something. We wanted to check it out. That's like being in a different country.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. That's why I always say about L.A. that L.A. is the most segregated city I've ever been to. There's no place more segregated than Los Angeles because it's like the Mexicans live here, the blacks live here, the Armenians live here.
And they aren't bad neighborhoods. So Glendale's not. It's not like you're on the wrong side of the tracks.
Glendale is a wonderful neighborhood.
Yeah, it's just segregated
for the reasons that these Antifa guys are going to find out because they don't fuck around.
But a lot of places that are segregated like that, you say like the wrong side of the tracks, the black people live in a shitty neighborhood.
Yeah,
but it's not like that here.
But also, there are parts of like
Inglewood's super nice now.
Inglewood is what they call Black Hollywood.
Yeah, it's super nice.
It's so nice. I would live in Inglewood. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's like that's where
it's getting expensive too.
Yeah. Well, because of the
gentrification, right?
Yeah, well, it's also because of the stadium and then the Clippers' new
people
home.
are making a killing just charging for parking down there in those neighborhoods now around the stadium.
Well, I think that's a big reason why you're going to see people. I think the Rams are greedy fucks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why are you charging me $100 to park here?
It's insane.
It's offensive. Go fuck yourself. And then Uber charging me more to go there. Go fuck yourself.
I'd rather walk 2 hours than get charged.
Yeah, listen, dude. LA is a crazy thing. LA, we're always used to paying more. We always know we're going to pay more. But the one thing we won't take is expensive parking. It pisses everybody. I don't know anybody who's okay with it. Because our assumption is, why are you gouging me when I'm going to buy a bunch of overpriced shit?
Yeah.
Let me park for free, which is going to be the death. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Vegas is in trouble, dude. I don't care what. They can get 1 million professional teams. You're in trouble. You've allowed Suits to take over your entertainment, and Suits can't run entertainment. They can't do it. They don't know how to do it. Dude, we learned that in baseball. You remember the 90s when Disney bought like the Angels and it went to shit?
Yeah, they ruined that. I mean, they should have stayed to California Angels, first of all. It's such a better
they
brand.
were going to move, dude. They were going to move.
They made a deal with Anaheim, right? Yeah,
no. California was going to, there's somewhat of a race between the A's and the Angels who would get Vegas. And the A's are effing Oakland. Once the A's leave, Oakland's
didn't they just
done.
get a stadium deal done though or something?
Where? In Vegas?
I thought Oakland
No, in Vegas. I just cannot believe Vegas wants that team. Why would you want that owner? Why would you want that
I'm
owner?
talking about in Nevada though, but yeah, I just saw like yesterday that they got approval for it finally. Oakland Athletic Stadium deal wins final legislative approval in Nevada as MLB weighs in on move to Vegas. So that's for sure going to happen, right? Has to.
No, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you're like, Robert Medford or whatever the GM's name is, the commissioner of baseball, who's horrible.
Manfred, yeah.
Manfred is just horrible.
Yeah, he's garbage.
The only reason he's not considered the worst is because Adam Silver. And by the way, I'm the only one who considers Adam Silver the worst.
Yeah. I don't like him either, but
I
they're
think
both like crime bosses, so they are.
No, Adam Silver's worse because he's a cuck. Like he's allowed China, and then the players to completely manipulate the game. And so I caught parts of Game 5. Did you like Game 5 of the NBA Finals?
No. I mean, I didn't think the finals was that good just because Denver was too good for Miami. It was a bad matchup for them.
Yeah, and everyone's kind of, okay. Anyways, what am I talking about? What was
I think we were on to something new now.
Yeah, we were getting into. So I go Callan.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hanging out with Callan's wife, Danielle.
You guys were around LA somewhere?
No, we were on the west side. Now Johnny lives on the west side, California. I think that's the best side. I like it. If it was reasonable,
it's expensive.
If it was reasonable just to buy property there, I would live on the west side. It's my favorite side.
The cheaper part of the west side.
The people are just like, if you go to recovery, there's no better recovery on planet Earth than West Side Los Angeles recovery. everybody's shiny, everybody's cool, everybody's successful, and everybody wants you to.
These are all people who could afford to buy the drug, so they weren't like strung out, you know. And,
Right.
feeling
Well,
sick
they were
all
the
time.
ones that were functional drug addicts until they weren't.
Yeah.
But then they stopped. But I mean, it's just the best. It's a lot. It's a
But
lot.
when you can afford to
it's
buy like
whites,
high quality
Jews,
drugs,
it's great. It's great.
a different experience.
They're the best. I've met so many wonderful people on the West Side, and so I go to the West Side. Okay, so we're doing this show. I forget where it is. It's actually a very nice place that I might shoot a special there. I'm down to like 2 places.
You keep saying that about different places.
I
Like,
know,
I might shoot a special there.
I just need 2 weeks in a row of doing my act, and then I want to shoot it. Once I got those 2
Like,
weeks,
what's the time horizon here? What were we thinking?
I would love to shoot it tomorrow. If I get, there's a lot going on right now. Daddy's got to work a little harder to get himself on the road. I don't know what I got to do. I mean, I've had 3 podcasts in the top 200, but apparently that's not enough for everybody. So Daddy's got to do
sell
it.
tickets too. I don't get it.
I don't get it either, dude. I just don't.
You just got to book your own places. Right?
That's what I got to do. And I just got to spend a day, like one day, like, here's my day. Somebody hit me up on
Do you
Rockford.
organize do you do any press like try to do on radio or anything anymore?
No,
or you
I just push it on my podcast. And then, so anyways,
West Side.
Danielle, Brian Callen's beautiful wife shows up, and she's got 2 friends, and they're so hot. Nice. They're both hot.
High five.
One is 41 years old, smoke show, okay? And the other one is literally a huge fan of mine.
Really?
Huge fan of mine. And she's 50, and she's the hottest 50-year-old I've ever seen in my life. She's so hot. Like, you would never even guess. I would say, if you had to guess her age, I would say mid-30s.
Really?
I'm not lying to you. That's how hot she is.
Damn.
So she starts hanging out, and like, she's like, I'm a big fan of yours. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate it. We started
Are you
talking.
thinking like,
I'm always thinking that. But Daddy's also always tired, too. I got to be honest with you. Like, I'm so tired
like
now.
too tired to put in the effort to
Too tired to do
woo her?
anything.
Okay.
And I just want to sleep, man. So, but I'm always like I'm not looking, but I always like flirting, right? There's nothing wrong with flirting.
Did you ask her how she feels about 6 inches? Is that sick? Did you do one of those videos?
No, I didn't do. I wanted to do that.
Can I
No,
lick
but
your butthole? Is 6 inches enough?
No, my new thing is smelling armpits.
You're new. That's not a new thing.
Okay,
You've been doing that for years.
thing is I like to smell arm. It's not my fault.
It's your old thing
Steve
and your new thing.
Randolph. Then he tried to get me in the feet. I'm like, I'm not in the feet.
Dude, you shouldn't take advice from a guy who met his girl at a gangbang. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
that's-
they didn't meet at a
or
gangbang.
whatever,
They
you
went
know.
there together.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
Is that weird or is that love, Johnny?
Maybe both. It can be
Johnny,
both.
I've always said this. Don't look for a soulmate. Look for a partner in crime.
Yeah, they're
That's who you
whole
want.
mates more than soulmates.
What?
They're whole mates. More
Oh,
than
Johnny,
soulmates.
that was rude.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my friend's wife.
No,
they had a baby
dude, he's
together.
the one that tells all those crazy stories. How do you think I know about that?
We're gonna show respect. Okay. Anyways, so she starts telling me and telling everybody that she used to hook up with Barry Bonds. She used to bang Barry
I have
Bonds.
so many questions for her.
Yeah,
if-
she's
if
one of
she
those
was
pro
stuck on-
hoes, right?
Yeah.
Pro athlete chicks.
Oh, no, I
and
know
she
what you
looks
meant.
like D1, an NBA chick. Like, she's that kind of hot.
She's moved on to AAA as she's gotten older, but it's
No,
okay.
she's Johnny. I'm
She still
telling
got
you,
it?
bro. If you saw her and you hug her, you're like, oh, those are real.
You
or at least
hug
those
her?
feel. Those feel real. So, anyways,
Is that what you do when you when you hug a hot chick? You're like sizing up the tits. Is that what?
well, no, Johnny. Johnny, when you hug a chick and you feel her tits, you don't go, whoa, those are
you gotta
hard
do- you gotta
tits,
do
like
the
they're
calculus,
fake,
yeah.
or those are real. You don't do tick math.
I don't hug a lot of random chicks.
You
Honestly.
don't hug
I gotta
chicks?
get more of that. Yeah, I gotta get more of that in my life.
You know what's so funny?
I do the side hug with
I
strange
decide I don't go out enough just to interact with people. I don't really interact with a lot of people anymore.
either.
I used to be so interactive.
women. I work at nights. That's when I get my most work done, dude.
I need to start going to more other meetings. It's a great way to meet people. Anyways.
Yeah. So
Anyways.
you tell me about this hot
so
50-year-old
this is
who's
the story I got
Barry
to-
Bonds.
She used a ball, and then she shows me like a text that she sent him, and it's her showing her tit, and I'm like,
What?
God damn,
Did he reply?
God damn, yes, that's how she gets a reply from him. I get it.
What,
Like
she,
women
writes
know
the-
men
she
so
writes
well.
a note like on her tit, like, "Hey Barry, do you want to meet Thursday?"
hit me up, right? So, anyways, so she starts telling this hilarious story. This is how cool she is. Oh, well, we'll find out if you think she's cool or not.
Go on.
She starts telling me the story about her kid. She has I think a 25-year-old kid, like a 23-year-old kid. She has 3 kids.
So not kids.
The youngest one, not kids, but kids. Children, okay?
Babies.
The one is 19. She has a
boys? All boys?
Oh, I don't know. I think all boys.
This is a boy though, 19?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a virgin.
Oh.
She asked her hot 41-year-old friend to bone her virgin son because they both like video games. Cool, not cool.
Because they both like video games.
Well, and she's hot.
I feel like the video thing is irrelevant to this.
Well, it's because that's what the kid likes. Hot or not?
I mean, I got to be honest. I wished around that age, like probably like 15, 14, I always wanted somebody to come along and just be like, hey, dude.
Johnny, the answer is hot.
Hook up with this hot
The
chick.
answer is hot.
But no, it's weird because it's his mom, dude. That's weird. Your mother should have nothing to do with your sex life. And I'm going to stand behind that.
So you don't think it's cool that
No,
the
it's weird.
mom asked her hot friend?
Do I have to ask Sam?
What?
You know where I'm going to go.
What?
Okay, imagine a little son. Sweet little Tripoli son. You're not gonna
Johnny, you know I got my friend, I got his virginity taken away.
Yeah, a friend is completely different than a child.
Who's a boy?
I don't think you should have anything to do with your child's sex life now.
Okay.
I mean, I think, in the sense of like enabling it, especially not where they know it.
So okay, I thought that was funny.
Well, it's funny, but it's wrong. It's wrong.
Okay. But like it's wrong gross or wrong just not your thing?
Obviously not my thing. I'm not here saying
Okay,
I'm the
Johnny.
arbiter of,
Okay, interesting. I thought that was funny and I gave her points for trying to help her son.
Well, I
laid.
have a feeling her being super hot it played into that.
Yeah,
That was a factor.
100%. 100%, Johnny.
A little weird to me.
And then later on, we follow each other on Instagram, and she's like, "Oh my god, I was so high on shrooms that night." I'm like, "Okay, you're cool with
And
me."
now you just told her story on her high on shrimp story. That do we even know if she wanted it going out?
Is that I can't tell that story? Okay, then cut that.
No, not her, but her son. I worry about like.
But you don't even know who she is. Nobody knows
you
who
wanted
she
to
is.
call her.
I did want to call her. And I guarantee you she wouldn't be mad at that story being told.
No, but if I was her son, I would be livid, angry, unhappy.
I wouldn't.
That everybody knows you're a virgin?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
No,
lose.
you'd be totally chill with that. Your mom
Yeah,
talking
I
about
didn't
your
lose my virginity until I was 17. I don't think these.
That's not bad. That's like average.
Yeah, I should. I could have lost it
Ari
earlier.
lost his virginity in like.
Okay,
senior
so let's
year
get
or
into
something.
Ari. Let's listen to Ari.
Yeah, okay.
Ari's, as you guys know, which is kind of sad, man, because. So.
Well, you got to tell you what.
Ari Shaffir.
Sam and Ari. A lot of people don't know this. Sam and Ari have been friends for a long time. They started a podcast together called Punch Drunk Sports in 2012, February 2012.
So, but it goes earlier than that.
You're right, but you've been in the podcasting game with him for a long time.
Yeah,
and
Ari-
he started Skeptic Tank even before that, right?
Yeah.
His podcast,
Skeptic Tank was one of the, I don't know if it was on the Death Squad.
Early days.
I don't know if it was on there and he just did it by himself, but just so you know that one of the first podcasts I ever heard of was a podcast called Podcats, and it was
That's Red Band, right?
Ari, Red Band, and Joey Diaz talking about cats.
Skeptic Tank does have a page on Death Squad. That's so funny. What did Ari have to say about cats?
I don't know, but they were all talking about cats. So that was one of the earlier ones. So if you look at like the Death Squad early OGs, and this is why Red Band deserves everything he's gotten in his life, is because I'm sorry, but Death Squad was a huge part of the podcast story.
Absolutely.
And because it was the first time ever that I felt like people were trying to do something with no regard for whether the industry was going to like it or not.
Yeah.
They were just trying to do what they enjoyed. So this becomes this kind of beginning to detach from the industry. And even though a lot of people on there went on to have wonderful gigs with the industry, you know, it was still like this kind of movement to go raw and real.
And that was also a way for guys who otherwise wouldn't have the chance to prove that they could find an audience.
Yes. So it was Brian Redband's idea under the umbrella of Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was the Joe Rogan Experience on its own. And then Redband just built this kind of empire.
I don't recall in those early days hearing even ads on those podcasts. How did he make money from that? I don't remember. Do you remember hearing a lot of ads on that?
Yeah, he did. But here's the thing.
I mean, I remember like the
reason. Well, I don't want to get into it because I don't want to get he said, she said, boom, boom, boom. But everyone went on and did their own because they wanted to make money with ads. That's kind of what happened.
Not split it up. That's a natural story.
So Ari,
we're coming to the end of an era. Is what we're trying to get.
Well, I think we're coming to the beginning of an end of an era because I think you're going to start seeing some podcasts that have been staples start to go away.
Ari is ending Skeptic Tank.
Well, I ended the Naughty Show a long time ago. And that was a big part.
Well, you guys might have kept doing it, though, right?
What do you mean?
You just decided to end it?
Yeah. I decided to end it.
Why?
Because I felt like we'd talked to all the midget hookers that we could talk to. We'd done it all. Gareth was going to do the dollop. Vicky and I weren't getting along. And then, you know, Playboy was dying. So I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of over it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it. No, I know we were on, where were we? Was Playboy our last studio? I don't remember but I was over it. So that died.
Did that have numbers ever?
No.
No. Okay.
And I still to this day have no clue why. And it's so funny because I look at all these everything on YouTube, like we were talking earlier about, oh, dude, can I eat your ass? Yeah. Right? And you're like, and that's getting thousands of views.
It didn't have numbers, but you guys always did all these big shows and stuff. How'd that work out?
I don't know, man. It was the only show on Death Squad that wasn't getting anything. Nobody, everyone else was
there
killing.
were shows on there that weren't doing anything.
No, I mean, like Red Band would give whatever female comic he was trying to bone at the time a podcast, but the Segoras and Your Mom's House was fucking huge. Skeptic Tank. Or whatever Ari was doing, Duncan. I don't know if Duncan was on Death Squad.
I just don't think a podcast network is something that is a reasonable goal. Like
I don't think there's no
incentive.
I mean, because the only one to be able to do it successfully is Gas Digital, right? They seem to be the only ones. But even when a show gets huge on there, they go off and do their own thing because that's where all the money is.
In the early days, there was an advantage to having a network because you could negotiate for ads as a group. But once your own podcast there's no reason to stay with a network.
But I get Ari has done it all. And by the way, all my friends are starting to look old, right? We're starting to decay.
Yeah. Ari announced
in a graveyard.
Yeah, that Skeptic Tank is ending. We'll just play a little bit of this.
Okay.
It's he's hilarious. This is a funny video. Here we go.
And now we lay to rest a podcast. One of the original podcasts there was. Ari Shaffir's Skeptic Tank has come to an end. In the beginning, it was so outlaw. No one was doing interviews like this.
So funny.
Cops, robbers, drug dealers, men who love hookers. Yeah, that was one of the early ones. Sobriety, we had sluts, we had virgins. No one was going to get a prostitute on. I did one in 2013.
Watch this cut
with a trans man. This is 10 years ago. No one was talking about it. Homeless people, rich people, orphans, parents, both sides of a divorce. We did one about herpes from Central Park. Rape.
Did you see that?
And weed and LSD.
Did you hear what he
said?
Yeah.
We could do whatever we wanted, man. It was fucking cool. Ali was talking about trying to kill a guy in prison. And you're just saying that publicly. Dude, we had a lot of fucking good ones. But, you know, it was a good run, but it's time to end it. I'm going to have a summer break. My first summer break in a long time, since 2011. But, Ari, didn't you go to Southeast Asia for 4 months? Not in the summer, though. January 3rd to February, March, April, I think late April.
He also shut down his Patreon, by the way, a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he put up video, or maybe a month or more ago. He was just like, it's you know, I used to. He always had said that his Patreon he was going to use. He always knew that he could fall back on that for rent if he had to, you know, and he was comforted by that. but he just didn't have time to work on it anymore. I guess I don't know with all the stuff, but he's doing a lot of stuff with GaS, right? GaS Digital.
I don't know. I asked him. I go, "Are you done with podcasts?" He goes, "I'll probably pick up something."
Well, and he announced a travel podcast months ago, and if you go on to the travel podcast, it has a feed. Everybody's like, "What the fuck? I'll change this." A bunch of people put like 1-star reviews, like, "I'll change it to 5 if you ever post an episode." You know.
Yeah, I love Ari. Ari's blessed. Ari's blessed. He's a great guy. Ways, yeah. He's he's funny. Part of the OGs of the Rogan, the Tree of Rogan, and he's just like I love him. I'm mad that he never put Jason Tebow on This Is Not Happening. And I get it. I can get it. Maybe I'm just not a good storyteller. I had some great stories and just never happened, but that's okay. It's all good. But the reason I say that is because sometimes I got mad at Ari, right? I would get mad at him. But then...
You guys have some good arguments, yeah.
Yeah, we had great arguments. You can watch them on YouTube.
YouTube.com/.
But I also know when people are trying to cancel him, it's like, come on, man. I mean, this is Ari. This has always been Ari. This is the guy who he is. He takes risks, like he's saying. He loved it.
He really talked frankly about that, too, in the video he posted canceling or ending the Patreon, about how it really scared the shit out of him when he was finally being honest about it, talking just him to camera about that time around when he started getting canceled. And he was like, dude, I really needed the Patreon back then to kind of get me through that.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure that I would ever be able to work again.
I just like the way, if everyone knew what people were saying behind closed doors, it would make you really sad. It made me really sad what I heard people saying. And I do to this day.
All over a stupid basketball player.
Well, I mean, it was traumatizing. I don't want to take away the trauma of that as well. I mean,
oh, come on. He ain't your mama. He ain't your daddy.
Yeah, but dude, a dad and a daughter died. I mean, that's just me, and I'm not going to minimalize what that was to people. So, but I know that Ari is consistent in that, and
that's what I'm saying. He's
really,
done with everybody.
Whether I believe there's time where people have to read the room, and that's it. You got to read the room sometimes, and whether that was right or bad or whatever.
It wasn't like he went to their house though and started talking shit about Kobe Bryant. He tweeted it. You had to follow him to see it, and
but then he made the video. I think the video got him in trouble.
I mean, that was...
dude, I totally agree with you. I think there was an overreaction to a very tragic event.
Michael Rappaport is partly to blame for a lot of the reaction, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, and then you also got to see that it's really amazing to me how comics refuse to stand together. Now, this is why I believe that you are seeing a giant surge in respect and love for GaS Digital because they have stand behind so many people when the mob came for them.
And it's become clear to people who it wasn't clear to in the beginning that the mob is actually kind of an evil entity. When they all get together, they're wrong a lot and they miss the mark.
100%, because the mob is ran by people who are clout chasing.
Yeah.
So it's like when you go back to, I haven't talked about this, but all my friends getting canceled, Ari being one of them, Callan, even though I never hung out with Chris D'Elia, I saw him at the Comedy Store. I remember him coming around. He opened for me on a couple gigs, and so Joey Diaz, Rogan, Tony Hinchcliffe, seeing all these people that I know and love, and even when they went after Brad Williams for a little while, it was. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's very traumatizing. It was very traumatizing, and now that I can look back on that time, I start to realize how affected I was by it, and how angry I got, and how sad I got that people didn't rally around people, and that people allowed their own emotions to allow people to just destroy people that they knew and loved, careers, based on this whole kind of thing of conformity.
Yeah, with no evidence.
It's like the flip-flopping, okay? And it's like what I've always said is when there's something, there's a criminal trial. And we saw 3 people at least arrested for that, right? We had Harvey Weinstein, Ron Jeremy, and that guy from that 70s show.
Yeah, Danny Masterson, right?
Right? Because there was evidence that a crime had committed.
Yeah.
So I got, it's like super traumatic. And I think that's why the Legion of Skanks and Gas Digital is getting their love. Is because they did defend people like Louis C.K. and Shane Gillis and everybody else that the fucking that the mob was coming for. Not only did they defend, but they attacked back.
Good.
And that's
what it takes.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
And a real sign of your character is like, do you stick with people when it's not beneficial to you personally? When you have something at risk, whether it's your reputation or your possibly your career, do you stand with people that aren't politically correct at that moment, knowing them? And I remember getting into arguments with people, and I'm not going to say the female comic's name, but she was telling me, like, you don't know these people when the stuff was coming out about Brian Callen, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I traveled the world with Brian Callen. I know Brian Callen. Brian will tell you that he had a sex addiction. Okay?
A lot of people do.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know Brian Callen.
That's not a crime.
Okay? But there was no evidence of Brian Callen. There's actually contrary to it if you wanted to break it down. And she goes, you don't know how do you know if they did or not? I go, because I know this person. The person you defended, you don't even know. You know nothing about him. You just learned about him when this article came the fuck out. So it's like that's why the guys in New York are getting so much love right now, because they stand by people and
Yeah,
like
I
they
wish we
stood
had
by
something
Artie.
like that out here.
I think it's impossible.
You're probably right. Let's hit a little bit more of this.
Or didn't you live in Ecuador from October?
Skip to the end here. Oh, look. Oh, it's so funny. He's so funny. I didn't know he did that.
This has been a podcast. This has been Ari Shaffir's Skeptic Tank podcast. The
Great
entire
name,
ride.
by the way.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm Ari Shaffir saying so long.
So if you're listening, he's in a cemetery. He sat down the mic on top of a gravestone. He's just kind of stepping away, waving bye to the camera. He's taking his jacket off. I think he's going to take his clothes off in the cemetery here, because of course he is. He's Ari.
By the way, he's dressed like a Century 21 realtor.
Yeah. He's got this hideous mustard.
Just think of every Jew from Uncut
Look
Gems.
at that bald spot.
Does he look like every Jew in Uncut Gems?
Yeah, he really does, doesn't he? He's stripping to the waist, walking through a cemetery.
Now, do you think someone shot this for him, or does he shot him himself?
It's definitely it's locked off, so it's on a tripod. I don't know if he's doing.
I think Ari did all the editing himself, and that's why he got burnt out.
Well, no, I think he hired a woman, like last year or 2 years ago, to help him with a lot of that stuff. Because I remember him. Well, I had to talk to her.
How
about
far is he
something
going to
one time.
walk?
I don't know. That's what I bet. Well, I mean, there's a minute left in this video.
Oh, now he's taking off his pants.
Wait, what's he doing?
Now he's walking naked.
He's completely naked and walking.
Oh,
no,
he
he
still
still got his underwear on. You know, one thing you have to say about Ari, look, there's somebody on a four-wheeler or something. He commits to bits. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's fearless.
Yeah. I don't know if he's fearless necessarily. He might have fear.
No,
but
he is.
He
is
doesn't
fearless.
go.
Now we later.
And then shit's a fan, and then he gets pulled. And he's right. I mean, like, dude, I get it. That's rough. That was a scary time. Black people want you dead.
That's a dangerous place to be.
You remember when he came on Punch Drunk and he was like, and Ari Shaffir hiding from black people, hung up right there, got off it.
Yeah, he was really uncomfortable about
I
that.
get it, dude. I
didn't
mean,
want us
like,
to talk
people
about that at
want
all.
you dead, and it sucks because it was a joke that missed. And then I love that he kept having to do it
Not
to
sure
show.
if it even missed.
What?
We'll debate whether it missed some other time.
I don't know, man. I think it was just a crazy time. I think people were traumatized.
I mean, is that not why we praise certain comedians? Because, by the way, it's 79 fucking degrees in here. Why is it so? It's in the middle of the night.
I don't know, Johnny.
Why is it so hot in this room?
Stop crying.
That's too hot.
All right, Johnny.
Did you? I got something I want to talk about. Did you? Okay, so the United States men's national soccer team had one of the craziest nights in its history last night. They were in the semifinal of the CONCACAF Nations League, which is like the second biggest continental trophy for the soccer team. They're playing Mexico in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And right before the game starts, we find out that they're bringing back their manager, that they had let take some time off because his best friend was trying to get him ruined by bringing up, because he wasn't playing his son, Claudio Reyna, who was a great player for the national team, was trying to get the manager, Greg Berhalter of the national team, to play his son more. So he came to them and basically blackmailed them by saying, hey, we're going to bring up that you got into a fight with your girl, like a physical altercation with your girl in college, if you don't play our son, basically, is what they said.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. They were best friends. And he did not play his son.
Good.
And they released the information. And he was basically, his contract was up, and they were like, we're going to do a review and probably hire somebody else. Well, right before this game started, this just added to the circus-like atmosphere. They announced that he was coming back to be the manager. Then the game started, and it was the United States, just bossed Mexico. And they've been better than Mexico for a while now. And it was
because Mexicans are getting smaller, except for in my jiu-jitsu class.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all the American Mexicans are getting bigger.
Yeah, the American Mexicans are getting bigger, but the Mexican Mexicans are getting smaller.
That's it. So,
with tiny legs.
The Mexican team, which I will contend has always been, they've always resorted to dirty tactics when behind. They're not good losers. They're sore losers.
And they hate losing to America.
Yeah, because I think they look at Americans as this is not you don't live and die by soccer like we do. You have every advantage given to you. You're a rich country.
Yeah.
It's a very complicated relationship. And they're in a dark place, that team right now. They start hacking down our players. They're 4 red cards total given to both teams. Both teams ended up with 9 players on the field. One guy, I'll just show you here, he ends up, Weston McKinney, great player, ends up with his shirt ripped, and he's kissing the USA badge on his shirt in the direction of the Mexican fans, just taunting them. I love it. That's going to be one of the greatest moments in history. By the way, we should say, it's to me, one of the most annoying things, but Las Vegas, the stadium was about 80% Mexican fans. I hate that. Of course. I hope we can do something to change that.
I didn't even know it was happening. This is their Super Bowl.
No, it's not. This is like the second biggest continental.
Yeah, this is like in terms of things happening in America. This is going on right at the end of the NBA finals, and then the NBA draft, and then football.
I'm trying to compare it to something. It would be like if the NBA had like a mid-season tournament, kind of. It's kind of like that.
I get it. I love that Quick Black is making its way into soccer.
It's a big part of the soccer team. So Mexico has this problem. At games, their supporters have a tradition of saying puto when the goalkeeper kicks the ball. Puto means something like man whore, but they say it to gay people that has a history of being a homophobic slur.
We are such twats.
It's like saying it's kind of like faggot a little bit, but not quite as bad. But they've been told not to say it by the governing body of soccer many times.
Right.
And when things started to get bad, they started screaming it every time the goalkeeper would kick the ball. And they have rules in place now. If they do it one time, it gets really bad. They pause the match, and then they flash this thing on the screen.
Right.
And then eventually they just stop the game.
Right.
And so these Mexican fans are, I'll just let you hear. It just gets louder and louder the shittier Mexico plays. Here's They don't give a shit, dude. The whole stadium, they do not care, dude.
I gotta be honest with you. What is the issue?
Well, it's like, it. It's like that. You can't. I mean, they will say, "Hey, we don't mean that," but that's the same argument we have when we say faggot,
Yeah,
but we don't mean gay guy.
Right.
Right. But you shouldn't be able to scream faggot at where kids are around and stuff. That's the argument. And they have, like, this could really have consequences for their soccer team. Like, FIFA has said, if you keep doing this, like, you could end up not playing in the World Cup. Like, it could end up being that kind of thing. You know, they're going to do, like, go back and look on cameras and possibly ban people from stadiums.
They're going to ban all these people.
Yeah, it's the whole stadium. I mean, what do you do? So this game was, I mean, it was just one of the craziest games ever. And then you have this to end it. The referee, with about 6 minutes left, just calls an end to the game. He's like, you know what? This puto thing has gotten out of hand.
I mean, like, look at this. I'm assuring you puto means something else in Mexico because in Brazil, it's something you wouldn't even think about.
Right, but it's not. But that's disingenuous. I've done a lot of reading about it, and that's disingenuous. It has meant that, and it does mean that. And to gay people, it's offensive. Even if that's not what you mean. It's like, faggot.
So if I went down to West Hollywood and started yelling punto, they would lose their mind?
Well, I mean,
Punta?
With white people. Puto. Puto is for a female. Puto, yeah.
Puto. Yeah. If I went down there.
If it was gay Mexicans, yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
But I mean, it's a curse word either way. You shouldn't be screaming it at a stadium where children. It's a children's game was what we're talking about. That's the problem. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not offended. I'm not offended at all. I just think this is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
that it could cause real problems for their soccer team, and they can't stop saying it.
I get it because you wouldn't want them to say that word about gay people, but that's not the word. I get it.
You want them to say like "fuck you" every time the guy kicked the ball off. That would be wrong too. They get in trouble for that.
I don't care.
No, but if you got kids around, you don't want to hear them saying a curse word every.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want them saying the M word. I get that, but it's not the word. I totally get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Anyway, so that was super interesting.
So this is again American political correctness.
Well, no, this is not. This has
political correctness.
Yeah, this is Western more than America. America has little to do with this. This is their own soccer federation that's trying to enforce this. The Mexican Football Federation. So then you got the Mexican fans are just. I mean, they've had enough. So you got scenes like this. I mean, that's a foul. That's a foul. This guy comes over and pushes our guy. See, so our guy pushes him. They both get sent off, and then the shit just starts raining down on the players. This is in Vegas, man. It's not like it's in Costa Rica or something. They're just throwing shit all over the players. You want to do like 2 phone calls and then
yeah,
the
let's
news?
do some phone calls.
You've got mail.
Okay, yeah, this is it. All right, this is a super creepy call here. Okay.
Yo, dudes. Amazing show. Thank you. I have a story for you all. So about 10 years ago, I was working at this restaurant in Denver, Colorado, and I had made friends with most of the people that I worked with, and, I was into riding bikes, and I went on a bike ride one day with a coworker who I always had like kind of a little weird feeling about, normal guy, just kind of gave me a weird feeling. And one day we are riding back to my house to smoke a joint after a pretty grueling lunch shift, and we're riding down this alleyway, and me and this guy, we're kind of just talking, laughing, riding. Not very busy outside. And I'm not shitting you. He shapeshifted in front of me. I saw him go from a human man to a man-like lizard. And granted, I am totally sober at this point.
At this point.
It's the middle of the day. No weed, no booze, nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Just glad you guys have found that story pretty wild.
So hold on. So what happened?
Well, that's my. I want to call this guy almost and be like, "Hey, dude, did you ask him? Like,
Did
what
you
just
dude,
happened to your face,
what
bro?
happened to you? Yeah.
Should we just call this dude and see what's up?
Yeah, call him up right now.
Let's
He's probably sleeping.
Yeah.
Go, hey,
it is
dude.
late. Let me.
You turned into Kermit the Frog. What is going on here?
I'll text the guy, and then if he gets back to me before we get through the end of this, then we'll talk to him. I got a potential atrocity here.
Oh, let's hear it.
Hey guys,
it's on you.
I just wanted to tell you how much you crush. Been super impressed with the last few episodes for sure. Been following Sam for quite a while now.
Thanks, dude. He said some nice things.
Some seriously solid entertainment.
Thank you, dude.
And I did make some bowls for Sam when he came to Fresno, right when he first started making shows, and I told you about this Johnny. That I had made a hand carved bowl for
I have the hand carved bowl.
The move and everything like that. But I just hope my gift made it to you, Johnny.
It did not.
What, Johnny?
Perfect
Johnny!
Tandem. Keep up
Johnny!
the good work.
I don't have the bowl. I've asked you about it.
I gave you a bowl.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you did not.
I gave you a bowl,
I brought
Johnny.
this up to you several
Johnny,
times because this
what
guy's
you have
messaged me a
done
couple
to
times.
me. Hey, guess what, everybody? Welcome to the final show of Broken Sim.
Here's what happens.
E2 Brute.
You send Sam a lovely gift, and then he does God knows what with it. Probably throws it in the trash.
No, I
respect.
never have thrown a gift.
Where's my bowl?
I'll look for the bowl. I thought I gave it to you. I'm pretty sure I did.
You did not, because I would know exactly where it was.
I'm pretty sure I did.
cherish every gift that someone gives to me.
You're a piece of shit.
He's the one who called in with it.
Okay. Well, I owe you I know I have it. I know who you are. I remember your hand carved bowl, and I remember giving it to Johnny. But what? But
Go on.
I'm just but.
Oh, just but. You have no excuse for yourself, huh?
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah.
I love that people have taken your new nickname that George Bush gave to you. Sandwich Tripoli.
Yeah.
What a great name.
Well, you're Juicy Johnny, and I'm Sandwich Tripoli.
Neither one of us has cool nicknames. Okay, so this guy calls in saying we're right about something the other day, and I think you'll like this, Sam.
This is Bubbles in Arkansas. I was listening to the recent episode, and you guys mentioned ethnic women always being available to older men, and I had to call and brag because I happen to be 36. Divorced for about a year and a half from this white woman who was crazy, and ended up bumping into a 23-year-old Salvadorian girl.
Nice, dude. Nice.
And have been having quite a bit of fun for the last few months. So, and she's into it. I'm into it. My ex is annoyed, as you can imagine. So, anyway. Thank you, guys. Love it. Enjoy it.
I love it. I love it.
You're right, Sam, that younger Latin women.
Yeah, I mean, I love that he said that, like, oh, I'm 36. I'm older.
Well,
You're not old.
13 years difference. That's pretty.
That's still not old. You have no
he's
clue.
not saying he's older than she is. Though,
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just telling you, 36 is still a young man.
That's a solid.
I'm telling you, dude. I know guy like Al Pacino, dude. He's like 80 and he's still knocking bottoms out 20-year-olds.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That's how it should be, bro. That's how it should be.
Okay. The guy texts me back. He says that he's a waiter. He's at work. He could talk in maybe 30 minutes. We'll see if we're still. I don't.
Maybe next week. I'm not going. I'm not going.
Well, we still got
night.
the news. Okay, this is the last call. This is crazy.
What's up, boys? This is Jake from Delaware.
I thought this was
want to say
Jake
what's
from
up to
Safe Farm.
super heavy Sam and Juicy Johnny.
Thank you,
It's
buddy.
We had a senior prank back in my day where we would take our two shop teachers and just beat the hell out of them. And in our year, what we did, we hog-tied them with duct tape.
What?
And we kind of roughed them up and threw them in the back of my buddy's truck.
What?
And hauled them out front of the whole school.
Put dildos in their asses.
And we had a retention pond out front. We threw them both in the pond and then beat them up some more.
Drown them to
It
death.
was awesome. Everyone loved those dudes. They were good guys. And, hey, man, shout out to Mr. Brock and Mr. Stewart. Sussex Tech 98, baby.
What kind of school did this guy go
what
to?
is that?
Technical school. Sussex Technical.
Look that up. Where's Sussex?
I think it's in like Massachusetts. Or
Really, dude? So you beat the shit out of your teachers. Why do they come to work that week?
Sussex. It's Delaware. Georgetown, Delaware. So
Is Delaware considered the South?
No, it's not. No, it's above the Mason-Dixon line.
Okay. Well, that
think,
sounds like some Southern shit.
Yeah, it does, right?
And guess what, dude? I'm surprised that guy doesn't sue everybody.
I mean,
Southern man don't need you around.
That's one of those things that you could not get away with today. Beating the shit out of your teacher.
Yeah, for sure.
Kidnapping them, hog-tying them,
dude,
put them in the back of your truck.
That would be filmed and put on some conservative Instagram. This nation's fallen. Look at these kids. They've kidnapped their teacher. They beat the shit out of him and tried to drown him.
Yeah, dude, it would be on the front
Joe
page of Twitter.
Biden's America, right?
Dude, I mean, that's so crazy. I mean, I remember the crazy shit. You grew up even before me. Like when I was a kid, there was this drunk guy that used to be at horse races that we would go to. We called him Uncle Willie. He wasn't our uncle. He was black, obviously, so not our uncle. But he would get drunk and just fuck with us. Like one time he got really shit-faced at a horse race. He didn't have a horse. He was just there hanging out and came and grabbed me and picked me up under his shoulder. I was a kid.
Yeah.
And just started, like, no adults around saying, we're going to the water hole. We're going to the water. And then just took me and threw me in a giant mud puddle face first as a child that he barely knew.
Yeah.
Uncle Willie, his drunk, just reeking of what I would later learn is liquor, just threw me in a mud puddle.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? There was just some guy that they let roam around the horse race, picking up children and throwing them in water.
Yeah, you're gross. Your family's gross. They kill animals. They molest
They
children.
don't kill animals. They let animals
you have
die.
a fucking
There's a
weird
difference.
family, bro.
It's called living the rough life. So it might not be news, but I did want to talk about it. It's just the latest piece of evidence that our president might be losing his grip.
Oh,
Have you seen this? So he was at he was at the National Safer Community Summit, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, you know what that is.
And this is how he ended
Safer, what's it called?
Community Summit.
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
This is how he
This is just a made up thing that they can push
Oh yeah, dude.
gun control.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it is. Yeah. This is how he ends.
Johnny, will you find also Rachel Maddow trying to convince everybody why they wouldn't play Trump's comments? Can you find that? It's the best
Oh, are you
thing.
talking about that Jake Tapper thing?
No, even before. Yeah, play that as well. And then find Rachel Maddow explain why they won't show Trump's speech. Look that up. I want to play it after that. Dude, this is all comedy.
Okay, well, we'll start with this, and I think I got it right here.
Remember who we are. We're the United States of America. And there's nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. We can get this done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean it. Thank you. Now, as some of you know, I'd usually come down and say hi to all of you. They'd tell me there's a storm coming in. Is that right? Is that still the deal?
No.
By the way, can I just say, have you
He's
noticed
just making shit up.
when people get older, and especially when they start to lose it, they get this way of talking where it sounds like they've got like marshmallows in their cheeks or something.
And they have this
like,
this look in their eyes where they're like looking inside going, oh, what am I supposed to be saying?
Yeah.
Like, look at him. He's like, it's like this weird, like he's looking for it, but really feels like he's looking in the back of his head trying to go, what am I supposed to say right now?
They tell me a storm is coming.
Go a little
this
farther.
week.
Go a little farther.
They tell me a storm is
Go back a
coming.
little bit. Okay,
it's
go.
just that kind
Run
of
it, run
like
it,
there's
run
something
it.
in his mouth. He's like a lot of extra spit. Look
Yeah,
how,
he's
look how wet
he's
his
like
lips are.
his brains are shish kebab. Go on.
Now, as some of you know,
As some of you know,
we come down and say hi to all of you. They
Like
tell
that
me.
look right there. It's like he has this blank look where he's looking in the. It feels like he's looking in the back of his head, trying to figure out what he's supposed to say next.
what do you? Oh, you mean he's trying to think about? I
Yeah,
got
like you.
okay.
But it's that look in your eye where you're like, what am I supposed to say?
I mean, that is his life now.
Yeah.
There's a storm coming in.
There's a storm
Right
coming
there,
in.
right
Is
there.
that
Like,
right?
what am I supposed to
Is that
say?
still the deal?
Is that still the deal?
That's the truth. Now, don't make
That's
a
the
lie.
truth now. Don't make a lie.
As that scene in the John Wayne movie, don't make me a dog-faced lion pony soldier.
That's one of his
All right,
greatest
well,
lines.
I tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask the White House photographer to come up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand. I usually shake everybody's hand, but I'm going to stand in front of each section. No, I really mean it. And if you can see the camera, they can see you.
Oh, he's
and,
lost.
It's the least consequential part of this whole meeting for you. I promise.
It doesn't even make any sense.
No. God save the queen, man.
Like, what is he talking? The queen's dead, first of all. It's God save the king now.
Yeah.
And he's ending.
God save the queen, man.
He clearly meant to say, like, God bless America or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I'm telling you, he's looking in the back of his head, trying to. Sometimes, Johnny, when I'm doing stand up and I don't know where I'm going, I'll reach in the back of my subconscious, grab something, look at it for a second, and just throw it out and hope it hits. Because I don't even know what the fuck's coming out of my mouth.
So here's this video I think you wanted me to pull. You texted it to me earlier. Is this it right here?
Serious national security laws.
So this
is the best. Listen to what they're saying right now.
This is the Trump where he was in court.
Yeah, this is the best.
And then a bunch of people show up supporting him.
Watch this. This is so
and then obstructing and refusing to cooperate with the FBI.
Yeah, whatever this spectacle is that's unfolding before us.
Wait, what are you laughing?
Dude, they're singing happy birthday to him. And they're like, whatever spectacle's happening here. They're singing.
No, but you were pointing at something. I thought, because it says FCNN chants ring out, but I haven't seen that.
Yeah, but also like, it's happy birthday. Listen to what CNN is saying.
Let's remember what this case is about. Let's remember what this indictment charges. Again, Donald Trump is charged with a series of federal felonies for mishandling the most sensitive government documents that we have, and for obstruction of justice, along with Naughton, who is charged with intentionally setting up lies to the grand jury, to the FBI. Any way you look at this, and again, despite whatever may be going on in that restaurant, this case isn't going to be settled legally in a cafe. It's going to be settled in the court.
Hey, guys in the back.
If you stop talking,
get this Malachian child sacrifice off my screen. Listen to him.
You gotta wait till he says it, then you can parody it. He has to say it first.
Listen. Well, I was.
The folks in the control room, I don't need to see any more of that. He's trying to turn this in. He's trying to turn it into a spectacle, into a campaign ad. That's enough of that. We've seen it already. Let's go over again.
Stop it. So go find the Rachel Maddow on why she won't.
I don't know. Give me some keywords for that.
Rachel Maddow explains why they won't show Trump's speech. Look that up. Now, CNN can't help themselves. CNN can't help themselves. This is why nobody watches your channel.
Because you don't cover actual news. Yeah.
Oh, and you pull partisan bullshit like this.
All right, I got it.
See if you can find. It's the funniest thing. This is the best. This is the best.
I don't know if the video's queued up, but let me see. It's from The Independent.
Let's see if it plays. Okay.
We might
have
an ad coming up.
Just
give it a second.
So it's like people are tired of you being partisan. People are tired of you lying to everybody.
Choose the news,
Dude,
man.
think about this, Johnny. What the news just did there. Whatever heinous, what they described
a spectacle. Is what he said.
Whatever.
I don't know what that spectacle is.
They're singing happy birthday to him. He's like, the spectacle.
He's trying to turn it to a campaign ad.
Yeah, here we go. Watch this.
Here's Rachel Maddow's
explaining why they're not going to show. And this is Rachel Maddow. We'll discuss her.
Yeah.
Go on.
TV's #1 lesbian.
We are prepared for his pre-fundraiser remarks tonight to again be essentially a Trump campaign
Great
speech.
hair, though.
Because of that, we do not intend to carry these remarks live.
Listen.
As we have said before in these circumstances.
The former president of the United States, Katie Lang Jr. here says we're not covering his.
Listen to what she says, Johnny.
There is a cost to us as a news organization to knowingly broadcast untrue things. We are here to bring you the news. It hurts our ability to do that if we live broadcast what we fully expect in advance to be a litany of lies.
Not even giving him the chance.
No, but listen to what she's saying.
So crazy.
Stop
it's
it.
so crazy. It's
listen to what Rachel Maddow is saying. We can't broadcast lies. She is instrumental in Russiagate. She's instrumental in the Jack scene. Okay, she is in all of it. She is gaslit her audience. Psyop after psyop after psyop.
Dude, somebody put together a supercut of all the shit she's gotten wrong about the vaccination.
Yeah, the Jacksinations.
It's unbelievable how much shit she got wrong.
Right? She just like, how about Russiagate, where she's like, they're going to take down the energy grid.
Yeah. I mean, dude, they all bought that Russiagate shit. I mean,
yeah, but she was instrumental in it. And you can't run Trump. What's Trump going to say that you didn't say 10 times worse?
see if I can find this thing.
Look at this. Look at this.
Is this it right here? I think this might be.
I will just say before we do that, just as a personal plea from me, if you have been putting off being vaccinated for whatever reason, don't agonize about it. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about that and, get you defensive about it. Just make a fresh decision now. Take a fresh look at the issue now.
You know what this sounds? She's doing the thing that like Southern preachers do to get people to get
She's
baptized.
the worst, bro.
Like, it's the Lord calling your heart.
I
Just
dude,
come
I swear
forward.
to God, every time I walk in and Dana has MSNBC on, I have to fight not kicking her out of the house.
I used
like
to watch
literally
it.
like get the fuck out of my house.
I used to watch it feeling like I was kind of like researching the enemy,
Yeah.
but it got so bad that I couldn't even watch it for that reason anymore.
Yep. Like, no, dude. My mom says that. My mom's like, I watch both sides so I can get both sides. No, both sides are lying to you, Mom.
Yeah, now, I mean, I can't watch any mainstream. I was just trying to find this. I guess YouTube's probably not the right place to
Go
search
put in
for it,
montage of Rachel Maddow lies.
To us as a news organization to knowingly broadcast untrue things. We are here to bring you the news. It hurts our ability to do that if we live broadcast what we fully expect in advance to be a litany of lies and false accusations, no matter who says them. Instead of the virus being able to hop from person to person to person, potentially mutating and becoming more virulent and drug resistant along the way, now we know that the vaccines work well enough. We know that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. We take our responsibility seriously. A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus.
This is a year later.
The virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else. We revisit decisions like this all the time. It cannot use a vaccinated person as a host to go get more people.
Listen
we make
to
the
what
best call
she
that we
said.
can in real
She
time
hates
every
you.
time. That means the vaccines will get us to the end of this.
Yeah.
Just a bullshit ours.
Total bullshit. I mean, she's just gross.
All right, let's hit the news. I don't have a ton of news, and we're over 2 hours now.
Yeah, let me go home.
The other thing I want to talk about with the U.S. soccer
Let me
team.
go home!
So listen to this, dude. The U.S. soccer team, their excuse for bringing back Greg Berhalter was that he's like the best choice. But at halftime, one of the guys doing commentary actually revealed the reason they're bringing him back. And it's because even though other bigger names were interested, they couldn't pay them as much as they wanted, because if they paid them as much as they wanted, they would have to pay the women's coach as much as the men's coach, which is a completely different market.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
I mean, it's insanity.
It's just ridiculous.
And dude, I commented on that, and I people were in my ass. A couple of like
Well,
weird
you like
sort of
that.
leftists.
You like when people get in your ass.
No. There's not. I mean, it's not a roomy ass. I got a real tight situation back there. Okay, this guy can talk for just a second. We want to ask him why he didn't get on with his shape shifting. Why he didn't ask his shape shifting friend what the deal is with his face. What's up, dude?
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
man.
Hey.
It's Johnny and Sam here.
It's Sam and Johnny.
Well, I'm Johnny, so I introduced myself. Then I introduced you.
Welcome to Broken Sim, bro.
Hi, this is Sam and Johnny.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
No, you introduce yourself first when
no,
you were
you
talking.
Don't. You're
of
supposed
course
to.
you do.
No, you don't.
This is Johnny.
When you
and
list
Sam.
yourself in a thing, you list yourself last.
But when you're the one talking, that's not how you do
Hey,
it.
this is Johnny and Sam. How are you? See, that's how I do it. We don't have a long time.
It's 80.1 degrees in here. That's too hot.
Okay. Anyways, so you were on a bike ride with a guy, and we have questions, dude.
Yeah. Just give it a quick recap. Okay, are you side by side? Are you on a trail? Are you on the street? What's the story? I want the surroundings.
So we worked together. We got out of work and we were riding back to my apartment.
Yeah.
And we're both on separate bikes. We're not on like a 2-seater or anything like that.
Okay. Nobody thought you were.
He's in fee is $5. Sorry, I just got out of work.
Oh, it's
That's
okay,
all
dude.
right, bro.
It's all right. So okay, so
that's all right.
And you're riding to your apartment together to do what exactly? Just hang out?
Yeah.
Play some video games?
Smoke a joint, yeah, play video games.
Okay. Do you think he was going to make moves on you?
Yeah.
I didn't think that, though.
Okay.
Okay. So you're riding bicycle. Are you side by side though on the bicycles, or is he behind you?
Yeah,
in front of you?
we're side by side.
Okay.
We're basically like cutting through alleys trying to get back to my apartment.
So you're riding with this guy. You're hoping it's not going to get weird, and you guys go smoke joints and play video games.
And what? Now it's weird to me. Maybe are you guys talking? Why are you looking at him while you're riding your bike? You think you'd be looking ahead?
So we're just like, talking, shooting the shit. Just
nighttime. Sorry, nighttime.
No, it's during middle of the day, like
Middle
3
of the day.
p.m.
Right. Okay. I think you said that. All right. And then you look at him, and then describe it again. What happened?
So we're riding. We're almost to my house. We're about a block away from my house, and we're side by side in an alley, riding down, going pretty fast. And I look over at him to say something, and he had fully shapeshifted into like a lizard man.
Just his face or his body too?
Whole body.
His whole body.
Did it? Can a lizard still ride a bike? Like does a lizard fit on a bike?
You hanging out with Godzilla on a bike.
Like does he have his little claws around the handles? Like what?
Like I can vividly remember the tail, like hanging off the back of the seat.
And I have to ask
well, what
you this.
kind of lizard? Hold on, real quick. What kind of lizard did he look like? Did he look like? Was it like the lizard people from Flash Gordon? You remember the lizard people from Flash who had their eyeballs in their mouth?
Yeah.
You remember that? What kind of lizard was it? Iguana? Alligator?
I'm not too familiar with the reptile species, to be honest with you.
Come on, Sam.
Okay, go on.
So so he fit on the bike though as a lizard. Like his little legs were pedaling and everything.
Totally fit. Same height, everything.
And I have to ask you, do you have a history of any, let's say, dissociative episodes or any schizophrenia, any hallucinations, waking hallucinate, flashbacks from LSD, anything like that?
I have taken a copious amount of LSD in my life, but I would say no. Like at the time, no.
Okay, all right, and all right, here's where we ran into some issues with your story. But talking to you now, I buy it. Why didn't you? Did you not ask him like, "Hey, dude, what happened when you turned into a fucking lizard like 5 minutes ago?"
Bro, dude, you were like, God, I wish you were just gay. I now you're a lizard, bro. Like, yeah, you didn't go, hey, dude, are you a fucking lizard, bro?
I honestly was kind of scared, and it like shocked me, and I honestly didn't even believe myself. Like,
oh really?
When I saw it, I was like, there's no way that was like real. And then the more that I thought about it, and as the years went on, like, pretty sure that was a real situation.
No, you did. What? So after you guys played video games, like, how paranoid were you smoking weed, playing video game with this guy, going like, oh, this dude's gonna eat me?
We pretty much got to my house, smoked weed, and then I was like, yo, I got some shit to do. I gotta get going. I gotta go to the store.
Was he weird with you at all? Did you clock that he might have noticed that you noticed?
I don't think so.
Okay. And did when you looked, was it like was he fully lizard or was he like morphing slowly?
Full on, like
full
on lizard person.
And then you look away, and then you look back, or were you afraid to look back? Like what was that like? Did you look back again, and then he's a human again?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I looked at him. And then I was like, there's no way that was real. And I kept riding, and then I looked back, and he had changed back into the person that I had known.
Did the lizard have his clothes on?
There were no clothes.
Oh,
hold on. He shapeshifted into no clothes.
So it's almost like the whole thing is a hologram or something. The clothes included.
It's almost like when you watch like the Incredible Hulk and he changed into Hulk, but his pants still fit.
Yeah,
You're like, what kind,
yeah, they would just tear the bottom a little bit.
Wow. Yeah. He goes from blue jeans to purple jeans that just somehow fit.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does it?
How come he doesn't have a green dong? Did you see this lizard's dong?
I did not.
I wonder if lizard people are hung.
Was it? Did he have a flat lizard face that was like a human, like flat face, or did he have a snout like a lizard?
Like a snout, like a.
No shit.
Oh shit.
Any other weird, maybe let's say breaks from reality in your past that you could recount here really quickly?
That's the only time it's ever happened.
Okay, no ghost stories or anything. No.
Now, hold on, you worked with this guy?
Yeah, I was like a waiter, and he was a bartender at my work.
And so did he keep working there?
Yeah, he worked there. I worked there with him.
Is there any chance that you could get us his phone number?
Do you know this guy still?
I honestly, no, I haven't seen him since I worked at that specific place.
Okay.
Dude, you might have to go back, see if he's there, and do an investigation.
Or at least give me his number or his email or something.
Or maybe you could just like come there with a jar of flies, release it, and see if his tongue just gets out and starts fucking grabbing flies out of the air.
It is weird, right, that a lizard person would be working in a restaurant. You
Yeah, it
expect
is.
them-
Well, you know, Johnny, they want to infiltrate everything.
What if it's like People Magazine? Lizards, they're just like us.
Yeah,
you know?
what if there's like just like blue collar lizards who don't get to do the sweet shit,
Yeah.
like the eyes wide shut parties, and they actually got to work a day job?
no,
they're like,
they're
fuck,
bitter.
man.
They're bitter.
Or maybe he's like a recovering addict lizard who's like had to get a real job to pay his bill.
He's been punished.
Now, you said you done was it in copious? What's the word?
Copious amounts of
a
LSD,
copious amount of acid. Was one of these copious amounts of acid? Was it this day?
No, well, I hadn't done it in like years at this point.
Okay.
All right.
And did you tell anybody you work with? Go, hey, Bill is a lizard.
I didn't. But I've told other friends like since then that are kind of into that, like, you know, read David Icke and stuff like that.
Well,
what year was this?
Was David Icke on your radar at the time, like when you saw the lizard?
No, but the weird thing is that his book, I can't remember the name of it. It's like it looks like a textbook, but somebody had given that to me like 2 weeks after that had happened, which is really weird.
See,
so
here's the whole thing. I'm still on the fence if this is a real story, and it's not against you personally, because this reminds me of like when the astronauts landed and they did one interview and then they never talked about it again. Like, I would be everywhere talking about to everybody, trying to bang everything that moved.
I
Like,
get that he was like doubting himself, though. I understand that.
like he was crazy.
Like
He's like,
doubting his
am I
own
just
senses.
nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's how it felt. Like it felt like there's no way this was real.
How
But
long was
it
he a
is-
lizard for?
I would say like 10 to 15 seconds.
Well, that's a
maybe.
long time of lizard, bro.
Well, you weren't looking at him
Me
the whole
love
time.
you, lizard, long time.
So strange.
It was very weird. But I feel like embarrassed to talk to anybody about it because it's one of those things where it's like,
Well, hold on.
yeah.
Not with us, buddy.
I just want to tell you that the fact I said you could be lying, I feel bad about that.
You came to the right place.
And I believe you wholeheartedly, okay?
You came to the right place.
After you being brave enough to come on here and tell your story, I know you wouldn't come on the #1 news podcast in America and make up a story. So I'm just going to tell you, we respect you. We're sorry you went through that. I'm sure there's some kind of support groups for people who've interacted with lizards. We do know that the Denver airport's got some weird shit and all the lizards are around there. So you could have just seen like somebody who was just setting up shop for the invasion that will be coming when whatever happens, right? And then all the royals come here and they live in their houses and go underground.
Could be.
the royal family owns like most of the land where like DIA is. That's what's so creepy about that.
Yeah, that is creepy, right? Because they're all fucking lizard people.
All right, dude. Thanks for. I
Well,
appreciate
dude,
it, man.
I appreciate you. Hope you had a good day at work. We appreciate you coming on our show and hanging out with us and telling us your story. And hey, if you have a crazy story like that, you want to send us your story, we may call you and make your dreams come true.
Later, dude.
Thank you,
Good
buddy.
talking to you,
Take
man.
care.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so speaking of lizard people, we meant to talk about this earlier, but there's a certain family that whenever we bring it up on Tinfoil Hat, everything digital in our lives
we will
goes,
not say their names ever again.
Goes haywire.
So we even talked about with Mel K. We go, oh, you remember last time you were on? And all that. Everybody just fucked with us. You remember those funny times?
Yeah.
That was so funny, right? Crazy. Never happened again. Bam! Next week. Bang! Everyone's coming for us.
We've never had more trouble with the feed, with the editing. I mean, my gear was just fritzing out.
To the lizard people that listen to the show, we will no longer talk about that family. No. You win. You win.
I mean, that was when Amazon Web Services was having all these problems with delivering podcasts. It seems like ours, especially, people had especially a lot of problems with
Johnny,
with getting the shows.
So can we end the show on the final thing?
Oh, no, we haven't done any news. What are you talking about?
Oh, Johnny.
We're at 2:15. We got 15 minutes.
2:15. That's a lot.
We haven't done any news stories. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Fox News.
freaking news stories.
Did you see this? Fox News has sent Tucker Carlson cease and desist letters over his new Twitter show.
He should just keep going.
Fox News has sent a cease and desist letter to Tucker Carlson alleging that the conservative network's former star anchor breached his contract by launching a new Twitter show, according to a source familiar with the matter. By the way, it's a guy talking in his basement.
It's so ridiculous.
It's not a primetime news show.
So because he's supposed to be off air for at least a year, I think.
I think it's
or
2024. He's supposed to be silent until after the 2024 election. Isn't that funny?
So
Until
do you
after
know,
the
Johnny,
election.
what happens is like these reality stars, they all get fucked by these deals because what happens is they do these reality shows and then they sign a deal where they can't do another show for a year after that. And by the time that year's done, everyone's forgotten about them and nobody cares.
No heat.
So this is kind of what they do. It's super interesting.
I wonder if this was part of his negotiations with Twitter. They were like, hey, dude, if I get sued, you guys got to kind of backstop me here. Because, I mean, they could ruin Tucker. If
do
they
you
have
think
a really good
$100 million
contract.
is a lot to
Tucker?
No, to
Elon?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I would do it.
No.
I'd be like, let's go, bro.
I think he
let's
probably
go.
did. Because if you notice now, anytime Tucker posts a video, Elon will comment on it like, damn, this is serious or something like that.
Let's just say, bro, that Rogan doesn't re-sign with Spotify. I think he will. I mean, they'd be stupid to let him go.
Twitter?
Let's say, Elon, what do you got to say? Here's a bill, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That'd be huge for Twitter.
That'd be huge. And I to this day, I think Joe needs to have a corporation behind him, a point of entry. That's just my opinion.
Also somebody to just take the blows, like from the outside, like to kind of.
Joe is a big fish, but in the Masters of Mankind, he needs a bigger fish.
Absolutely.
Right?
We talk about affirmative action sometimes. This story is
Too
from
much.
Next Shark. Asian American student with a 1590 SAT score. He got a 1590 SAT. He's
Is that good?
1600 is a perfect score. 1590.
Has anyone ever gotten a perfect score?
Yes. Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah. I mean, not all. It happens every year. Yeah. He is blaming affirmative action for rejections from 6 colleges.
I totally agree.
This guy ended up having to go to Georgia Tech. That's where he ended up going. Georgia
What?
Tech
With a 1590?
A 1590 and a 4.65 GPA. 4 is supposed to be the highest. I don't know how you get higher than 4, but 4.65
Yeah,
with
Asians are getting
weighted
screwed.
GPA.
It's so funny because Asians want to get on this oh my God, we're oppressed thing because they just want that oppression juice that you get where you feel like you're fighting the man. And reality is that actually the people screwing Asians are fucking political correctness.
Yeah, and black basketball players. Yeah.
And black basketball players.
An Asian American student from Florida with a 1590 SAT score who was rejected from 6 elite universities has joined the Supreme Court case seeking to end race-based admissions. First of all, the idea that we have something called race-based admissions.
Well, my whole thing,
is
Johnny,
obscene.
isn't that I think what they should do is have their entrance and then have another group where they can enter, where if you want to get have a little more diversity, but I don't think you should keep anybody out that should be able to get in. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's
but they can only have so many people join the school.
Why? Why can't they have 10% more and just fucking...
They don't have the resources. They don't have the money for it. The classrooms aren't big enough.
They get some more money from the 10% that coming in.
John Wang, great name.
John Wang, bro?
John Wang.
John Wang doesn't need to get into college. He needs to start a Kung Fu theater.
The Duke.
You're right.
The Duke.
John
the
Wang.
The Duke who couldn't get into Duke.
Yeah.
John Wang.
The Duke. The last Duke.
18-year-old student with a 4.65
Oh my God, Johnny.
GPA.
That sounded just like you want to say the last Gook.
And a perfect score on the SAT's math section was rejected from MIT, Caltech, Princeton, Harvard, Carnegie Mellon, and the University of Cal Berkeley.
Hold on. He couldn't get into Carnegie Mellon?
No, he couldn't get into
What
Carnegie
is
Mellon.
that? That sounds like a kid's
No,
program,
that's a good
right?
school. He blames affirmative
what's it called?
Carnegie Mellon.
Carnegie Mellon is a good school.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like something that would follow the Care Bears.
No, it's a good school. He blames affirmative action, which notably was banned in California in 1995. I gave them my test scores, and then they must have ran the model. They told me I had a 20% chance of getting accepted to Harvard listen to this stat, Sam. This is crazy. They told him that he had a 20% chance of getting admitted to Harvard. Are you listening?
Yes.
they told the guy that he had a 20% chance of getting admitted to Harvard as an Asian American and a 95% as an African American, if he put that down on his application. 20% as an Asian, 95% as a black person. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. I mean, I'm not against like
his parents immigrated from China.
No, I'm with you.
First generation.
Dude, you gotta listen. I know you don't listen. Maybe you listen because you edited it, but if you listen to what Craig Schumacher was talking about, what he went through, like it is insane that he's not a dead drug addict. The shit that he went through, like, and that's my whole opinion of why the punching up, punching down thing is just so dumb, because you don't know where anyone's punching from. And so it's am I like, okay, great. It's like the whole story about all these, a lot of the ethnic people that work in the diversity people in Hollywood aren't actually from poor families. They're just black or Asian, or they're actually from rich families, and they're just using this thing. It's like when we saw, the Asian hate billboards, and it was all like multimillionaires trying to like gain clout by poor Asians by acting like they were like they had it hard too. And it's just like, this is what we're doing. It's like, I guarantee you that a lot of the people trying to get into Harvard with these good degrees probably aren't from inner cities. They're probably the what we were talking about in Inglewood, Hollywood, black Hollywood.
Yeah, these are rules from a different time. Absolutely.
100%. So it's kind of crazy that like if you're actually a rich black, you probably have the best because you can get that kind of clout from like oppression, and you live the best life possible.
Absolutely. Yeah. I saw The Flash this week.
How was it? I'm really torn if I'm going to go see it.
You're hearing that. You heard coming in that it was going to be like the best superhero movie DC's ever done. It's not. It's not as good as the Nolan films or anything. The reviews are kind of, it's like 66% on Rotten Tomatoes. But I think they missed the mark on these superhero movies. I thought it was really good.
Is it really good?
I wouldn't talk to anybody about it, because if you stay to the end, if you stay to the end, at the end of the movie, I don't know why I said that. I'm an idiot. At the end of the movie, there are some surprises that if you grew up as a fan of comic book movies in the 80s and 90s, and even before that, really, like the 50s, that will make you hard. So hard, dude. It's so exciting. Like, just get to the end. It's long. But if you can get to the end, dude,
it's good.
It's so fucking cool, some of the shit that happens at the end.
Okay.
I wish I could tell you about it.
Well,
I want you to watch
DC's
it so we can talk
problem, too much dialogue. That's always been...
But this guy, Ezra Miller's a star. He's a star.
Well, he's
a movie star. He's a piece of shit, but he's a movie star.
Well, I mean, he needs his ass beat.
Yeah, he does. But I can see, and I guess they're just going to have to let him roll on in this, because even the post-credit scene kind of sets up him being in the next movie.
Well, it's kind of depressing to me, because I've had friends of mine's life ruins on accusations and shit like that.
Oh, dude, if this movie wasn't already in the can when all this shit happened, he would be canceled, and somebody else would
but the notion of doing more with him when everyone knows what a piece of shit he is.
Well, they can't swap him out now. Yeah, I mean, because if this movie hits, like it seems like it's going to. Here's a poll. This is from USA Today.
Yeah, I gotta go.
This, to me, is the reaction. We're finally starting to see the reaction of the left agenda among people in the general public. Americans are less supportive of transgender athlete participation in single-gender sports than they were 2 years ago, a national survey found. Even more people say now that they know someone who is transgender, yet they don't support transgender athletes picking.
So are you talking about this interview that this guy did on the Hill?
No, it's a Gallup poll.
Yeah. So if you go find the Hill, they actually interviewed the guy who
What guy?
Who is like in charge of the Gallup poll. If you listen to him,
I know.
But the reason I'm telling you this is because after this came out, this guy went on the Hill, and he kind of was like giving his interpretation of it.
What, trying to slant it? Or
yeah, 100%. And it was so insane how he was slanting it.
In a new Gallup poll, 69% of Americans say transgender athletes should only be able to play on the teams that match their birth gender. This is reportedly a 7-point shift toward that position since 2021.
The point is, it's getting worse. But we got to explain the story first. I didn't get to finish reading. It's getting worse. It used to be more people were actually supportive, and now less are. And the reason they're surprised by this is because more people than ever say they know somebody who's trans. And this is the result of all the bullshit that they've been trying to do. 100%. It's backfiring. It's blowback.
I know there's people in Hollywood that see my tweets and get upset with me and they think I'm anti-trans. I'm not at all. I don't. But dude, it's like you guys have no clue the difference between the gay movement, which started early, and, in my opinion, queer theory.
Yeah. They're blowing it.
But they're meant to blow it. This is it. This is meant to be.
But I mean, they're blowing their chance to convince people by the tactics.
It was at 62% then. This shift was also seen among Democrats with 41.
Yeah, that's him. That's
based
the guy.
on reading your poll results.
Go back. Where they introduce
to morality versus fairness and participation in sports, there is definitely a divide, even amongst people who are left of center, on whether or not that should be taking place.
I have seen, I think, more criticism from conservatives of it's Pride Month, of kind of just the LGBT category this year than I can recall in previous years. I think there had been a sense that the right, except for very ardent religious conservatives, had largely given up on relitigating gay marriage, things of that nature, except when it's still going to fight the cake baking case where it really clashes with freedom of religion and freedom of expression, maybe. But those issues were settled and won, and most Americans, even a lot of Americans on the right, agreed with that. Based on reading your poll results, my perception would be that the trans category and the sort of the disinterested, including them in sports that even many Democrats have, is that like dragging down the entire LGBT category, back toward levels of non-acceptance that were, have last witnessed back in the aughts?
We don't see that in the numbers. So whether or not people are accepting of gay marriage, for example, is something we've been asking about for decades. Right now, 7 in 10 Americans support view being homosexual as morally acceptable, and even larger percentages support gay marriage. And we've seen huge shifts over just the past 30 years.
Most people don't care about gay marriage.
So
most people,
again, going back to who you know.
Listen, I know there's going to be backlash on this, okay? Gays did not kill marriage. The courts and the government killed marriage by making it one-sided. That's why. Okay? There's a reason why 70% of marriages are ended by the women, because they're favorable to them in court in every single way. Child custody, divorce, because courts look at women like it's the 1950s and they aren't allowed to have any jobs or anything like that.
It's also back then, especially.
Oh, we're going to lose it again with the women.
And when a lot of these laws were made, though, people weren't living as long either. Now guys are having to support women that they divorced when they were 45 for 30, 40 years.
Dude, if you're in California, I would not stay married over 10 years. It sucks, but I wouldn't do it. Because if you do, you make it to 10, you got to pay for them for the rest of their life. And it just sucks because marriage doesn't last forever. Oh. And it's just ridiculous.
Let's hear this
how it impacts your views. As more Americans
go to the comments
themselves on what does it mean to be transgender? What does it mean to receive gender-affirming care? We know from other research we've done with transgender respondents that a relative minority, about 13% of those who identify as transgender in the United States, have received some kind of gender-affirming care. So is the conversation about transgender identity being hijacked, if you will, by one aspect or experience of being transgender in America?
You have to love this guy argues against his own polls. He simply ignores the entire poll and spends the segment giving his own
established law has been overturned with Dobbs.
This is the whole interview.
Survey, we also asked about attitudes about abortion. So the left, had this moment where voters really highlighted that abortion was suddenly a more important issue after Roe v. Wade was overturned.
Yeah,
now the
right
basically has this issue, this idea that most Americans don't really understand or try to get their minds around what it means to be transgender and how to participate participate in things like sports. I think we're going to see both of those issues brought to the fore in this coming
I do think the point about kind of the scale of this and whether or not it's being hijacked or exaggerated in some ways for political reasons is an important one. There was that famous moment where Matt Walsh was asked in an interview, I think by Joe Rogan, how many transgender youth he thought existed in the country, and he predicted like hundreds of thousands or something like that, maybe even millions, and the real answer was something like 4,000, which brings me to the next question about...
Stop it! Did you just hear that number?
Yeah, 4,000.
Did you just hear what she said? And these guys are pretty liberal. The Hill is like, it's a good, I like the Hill. I think they do some good work. You know, they've had Kim Iverson leave, and there's a couple that I think Crystal Ball was on there at one point.
I think so.
She's hot garbage.
I think she was on this show.
Yeah. So I like them. 4,000 children in America. And of 360 million people, 4,000. It's like my joke. You get on a train, go to LA to New York, 60 miles an hour. How many days until you see a trans kid, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just the truth.
It's crazy.
So I don't want to hear anymore.
Getting into the sports issue.
Yeah.
I wonder,
Like,
again, when you're designing these questions, if there is a disaggregation between what people feel about, how people feel about trans people participating in the sport of their gender identity, if they are in the first and second grade playing Pee Wee softball or whatever, versus a competitive athletes where there's money and prestige and scholarships and the like on the line. And also more biological dimorphism when you're older and after puberty.
Yes, and I think those are just the beginning of all of the nuanced, really challenges that we face as researchers in getting our minds around what does a respondent think of when we ask about these questions.
Stop. Listen to what the fuck that guy is saying. Listen to what this guy is saying. People are like, I don't like this. I'm trying to wrap my head around what you're trying to say.
It's so elitist.
He's garbage, dude. This guy's garbage. I mean, listen to the end of it. Like, we don't, like, she's right. There's money, there's prestige, and there's scholarship. Well, we're just trying to get into the nuance. No, there's no nuance of it, bro.
We're trying to tell you what you meant. Is what
we're trying to spin what you really mean to a bigger thing. When you're getting your dick kicked in, and they send this Muslim guy to be like, we don't really know. When they say no, but what do they really mean by no? We don't really know what they mean by no. Do we know what you know when you mean by no? Nobody knows.
This guy's making you angry. Well, you just want to. I got like two more here, real quick ones.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, I mean they're quick though.
Okay.
This guy is our hero of the week. A Tennessee doctor has lost his medical license after issuing COVID-19 vaccine waivers to patients he never met in at least 3 states. One, it turned out, was a dog named Charlie Krause. Robert Coble, 76, of Good Spring, Tennessee. Shout out to you, Robert Coble.
Robert Coble,
Dr.
you are
Robert
a man.
Coble. He agreed to surrender his license in a May settlement with the Tennessee Department of Health, that was announced by the agency on June 15th. Coble issued vaccine waivers in August and September of 2021 while working for MedChoice, a company that sold waivers online for $139. Good for him. Sell them to anybody who wants one.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, that guy's our hero of the week. And then this is our final
Thank
story.
you.
Dumb Criminals here is our final story. It's from ABC 7.
Fun with Stupid. One more thing. I want to do a segment called Fun with Stupid.
Okay. All right. Let me just hit this, then we'll do Fun with Stupid, then we'll get out of here. This is from Washington. Looks like the shoe is on the other foot. Oh, hilarious. ABC 7. After thieves broke into a shop in Peru and stole 200 sneakers. Here's the problem. They were all for the right foot. They stole 200 sneakers that were just all for the right foot. $13,000 worth of sneakers, all for one foot. That's so funny.
You really fucked those people.
The heist was worth 50,000 Peruvian soles or soles, or $13,400, according to their newspaper, their El Comercio.
Fucking suck.
Security footage shows the thieves breaking the padlock in their third attempt and making off with the merch on a tricycle.
Somebody made off on a tricycle?
With $13,000 worth of shoes, yeah.
Oh
all right-footed shoes. So they just...
Oh, my God. I can't take this.
Anyway, Dumb Criminals. There we go. And you said Fun with Stupid or something like that?
So if you go to my Instagram, Johnny, will you go to my Instagram?
I don't know why I didn't have it up already. I'm so stupid.
Go to this picture. This is with...
Oh, that's... that guy's great.
Mike Baker, good guy. So... If you can you read that? Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, the first guy, as seen on Rogan. That's kind of embarrassing.
What?
Yeah. This is called Fun with Stupid. All right. This is where
Jimstagram _ Iris.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Fun with Stupid. So why wouldn't you say you were on the biggest show on the internet? One. Second of all, I don't give a fuck. They could put tinfoil hat, broken sim up there, whatever it is. I don't control that.
If you don't know what he's talking about, on the marquee at the show where Sam is playing, it says Sam Tripoli as seen on Joe Rogan
Experience, right?
Yeah.
Which I was just on it.
The biggest show in the world.
The biggest show on planet Earth, right? Like outside of Mr. Beast or some Lululemon or whatever fucking baby show for kids, whatever Coco Melon.
Oh, I thought you were
Coco
talking,
Melon's the biggest show on the
Ricky
internet.
or whatever from the other day.
No. Coco Melon's the biggest one.
Coco Melon.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
So the biggest adult show
Sounds like a college
for real adults is the Joe Rogan Experience. I don't really give a shit about this because it's just a dumb fuck who's got nothing to say and hasn't done anything in his life.
He did get 13 likes
of course
from
he
other
does.
dumb fucks.
Yeah, because they don't understand. This is fun with stupid.
Let's see what people comment.
Yeah, it's like, what are we talking about? Cringe as hell?
Same,
Like, what are you talking?
Yeah.
Here, go down. Let's read some of the things. Yeah.
Considering you can only write as seen in the comments of someone seen on JRE, I don't understand you're complaining. You've done nothing in life, right?
You've done nothing. It's like, it doesn't even mean anything because it doesn't matter because they were all my fans. I sold a bunch of tickets to fans.
Yeah.
You know?
Dipshits.
It's like the weirdest, stupidest shit I've ever heard anyone talk about. Like, imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what they're... I mean, this is a little bit of jealousy or something.
No,
right?
it's all No, it's jealousy and
jealousy.
stupidity.
Yeah.
It's heavy on the stupid. But it's like, doesn't even matter. If like you just did a big show. Imagine all these people who had a Netflix special saying, oh, don't put being on Netflix.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
And the owner of this club is super prickly, right?
Dude, if you had been on a
he's
Netflix,
known as a wild card. I like
really?
him. He's
Okay.
nice to me. We didn't get along in the past. We get along now. He takes care of me, treats me well. He's a wild card.
But if you had been on like Game of Thrones or something,
right? You would put Game
which
of Thrones.
doesn't get as good ratings like the new show
Right,
as Joe Rogan
right.
sometimes.
Yeah,
you would put that up like Game of Thrones, Sam Tripoli. It'd
It's
be
the
above
dumbest
it'd be
thing.
above your name,
Johnny. Honestly, answer honestly. Who tells me what to do?
Dana.
Okay. Outside of Dana, who tells me what to do?
Your children and nobody.
Nobody. Nobody. Do I ride on any boots?
No.
Does anyone put $1 in my pocket?
No, and you're very, very self-conscious about anything that even looks like that.
Right. So this is because this is the whole thing because they make shit up and I don't really care, but it's just fun with stupid. This is
I like this. We'll pull stupid
this
comments.
This is called fun with stupid.
I like that. Yeah.
When you
81.3 degrees in the studio now for some reason.
It's like there's nobody out there. Now, is my show as big as Joe Rogan's? Of course not.
No.
How many people can say how many people on planet Earth can say they've been on Rogan like 5 times? Like 0.000. It's like it's very few. I've been very blessed. Now a couple of my episodes have been taken down because somebody said the M word a couple times. Okay, but
is it you talking about how you like to be called it?
Yes, or Paul Mooney called me the M word, which are real
One of the
stories.
great stories.
Yeah, which are great stories.
One of the great stories.
So it's just like when you have nothing in your life, you grasp for straws. That's all you do. You're grasping for straws.
Do negative comments really bother me? Do they bother you?
Not anymore. I just
they really
mute
bother
them.
me.
I just mute them. I just don't care because I realize it means nothing.
They hurt my feelings sometimes. Honestly, I mean, we're blessed with, especially with Broken Simulation and Tinfoil, that they're mostly positive comments, almost all positive.
It doesn't even matter.
But
it
does get on my nerves.
It's just because
somebody took time out of their day
real,
to say
though.
that.
You realize that. Like,
it doesn't bother you. If somebody
they
took
say
time.
things they wouldn't say to your face, and they always say they would say it to your face, but they never say it to your face. And the ones who have said to my face have gotten fucked up.
Fuck, I'm gonna find out. Right? Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. So it's like hilarious. So I thought that was hilarious.
That's an idiot person though.
It doesn't even keep going down. See more stupid shit. Let's see more stupid things that were said. It just makes no sense.
I hope that was a PR move by the club, my dude. When anybody ever says my dude, I'm
what's
out
very
right
weird
away.
about this is it's not as negative as it comes off because at the end he's like, you're doing your own thing, which is it. Yeah, that's what I do. He's not really being negative.
This guy says, don't do that again.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. Best venue for comedy. It was great. Yeah, I mean, it's just so stupid.
Best comic in California.
Yeah, it's just so dumb. It's just so dumb. It's so dumb.
I like that comment. My sister and her hubby said the show was hilarious. She really wants a pick to meet Juicy Johnny.
Yeah, everybody wants to meet Juicy Johnny.
Erratic TV.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Loves you.
These are my friends, but it's just
Nick
stupid.
Natoli, fire.
It's just so
Bummed
dumb.
I miss you. Hell
just
yeah,
listen.
Sam.
By the way, that's a hot. No, don't. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Keep going.
2-on-3 for life.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
They definitely thought Joe Rogan was going to be there.
Yeah, okay,
What?
I gotcha.
What is he talking about?
He's just joking. Who cares? But it's just so lazy.
No, he's not joking. He's
Imagine
guy's being a
thinking
dick.
Joe Rogan was going to be there, and then Sam Tripoli gets top billing.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
What is that?
Stupid idiots. First of all, imagine being the kind of person that walks down the sidewalk and looks at a fucking marquee and is like, "That's what I'm doing tonight." Like, who lives
So
their
what
life
they
that
did
way?
was they bought tickets, and they just go, I don't know why this guy Sam here says Joe Rogan. He's probably gonna be there. Probably doesn't want anyone to know he's
I
on
want my money back.
It's so ridiculous.
Anyway.
But it's just fun with stupid. It's just fun with stupid.
I like this segment.
So that's it, guys. Go to samtripoli.com. Grab tickets this weekend. I'm with Tinfoil Hat Comedy at the end of the South Bay in Torrance. Come get weird, and I'm going to start putting together some dates. I've been very blessed. I like hanging with my kids. I make good money doing this podcast, so I just like hanging with my kids.
I have a tease. I'm just going to tease you for what we're going to talk about next week. We're going to talk about this guy called John Brinkley, who, I'll just tell you this. He became famous in the early 1900s for putting goat testicles into humans. Little history corner next week coming up. John Brinkley, check him out. That's it. We're done.
Bye.
What are you doing? You tell the people off.
Just go to samtripoli.com. Check out our affiliates. Grab. Can we add one last thing?
We're still rolling.
Okay. The final thing. Is I'm going to do something. On my neighborhood are those book.
Yeah, you mentioned those, yeah.
Yeah. I want people to send me their favorite conspiracy book.
Book swaps, yeah.
Send it.
Well,
I'm not going to guarantee I put it out.
If you're watching the video, the P.O. box is about to come up
Yeah.
right now.
Go to that P.O. box. Send me your favorite conspiracy book. I'm not going to put anything that is hating on these people or those people.
Yeah,
Lizard
we know what
people,
you're talking about.
black nobility, that stuff. Okay, I'm not going to do any of that other stuff. I'm going to make sure.
We're trying to win friends and influence
No,
people.
but I just want to wake up my neighborhood. I'm going to load up on books. Send me your favorite conspiracy books to just say it out loud. What is the P.O. box? Is it there?
Just a second. I'll bring it up for you. Just a second. Oh, look who it is. The hardest working woman in America just happened to be on cue there. Do you see? Sam, the hardest woman working in America.
Is this another one?
No, this is just us when we talked about it. I'm just bringing it up on the screen. There it is for you.
Yeah. It is P.O. Box
10. What? Something? What?
No. Okay. So it's weird when you send it. So it's either, send it to 10907 Magnolia Boulevard, P.O. Box 423, North Hollywood, CA 91601.
It's almost 82 degrees now.
Dude, I gotta go to bed.
That's it. We're done.
Oh yeah.
No, well, there's more. No. Sorry.
Yeah. Here's the word or the phrase: Chinese karate dragons.
Chinese karate dragons. Wow, I feel like you prepared that. Did you prepare that?
Yeah, well,
one?
I've been thinking about it today.
You've been workshopping it,
Chinese
brainstorming?
karate dragons.
Right on. If anybody's in Vegas this weekend, you will have missed me because I will have already been in Vegas. I don't know why I said that. Goodbye.
Pick up your guitar, sing me a song. This was Groover's paradise. Now the Groover is gone. Was a cool little city